Hey guys, how are we doing? Alright, so that's up and running. Make sure Epic Pen's working here. Mm. Okay, cool. Uh, there, okay, that's good. How's everyone doing? I am back. Yep. Hanging in there. Rate decision is. Mm, hmm. DOJ speech should have been about 8 minutes ago. Rate decision says 10. Although, I think that's when they start the fucking meeting. Yeah, Eastern. So far, I don't see any commentary from uh, Yuta. The finance minister Katayama said we'll consider fiscal sustainability to some extent in compiling next fiscal year budget. Aim to boost market confidence by lowering debt to GDP ratio. And then Ministry of Finance previously estimated tax revenue drop of 400 billion yen for lifting tax-free threshold for income tax compared to 650 billion yen now estimated. I think doing nothing's actually kind of devastating here. Like, I know you guys just have pets and you just care what happens like tomorrow, but the Japanese 10 year is almost at 2%. So they don't cut rates, that's going to keep going up. Can't finance the world with infinite liquidity for free forever. And they've had a hell of a run. I went to the ER earlier today. I don't know what a fart sack is.
What's going on? Are we
What's up,
live?
man? Yeah, how you doing? We're live on YouTube and Discord. However, we are not live on X.
I don't know why X hasn't figured out how to do this.
I'm pretty sure that they don't actually have streaming.
They do. I've seen people do it.
I mean, well, okay, but it's not like how do I put this? Basically, I think the way you do it is you need a multi-streamer, and then you have to log in with your you log into your X account and just stream to their key, to your key. But I'm not
Does
sure how
OBS
you get.
not have that?
I'm not sure where you get the key. I mean, no, OBS doesn't do that for more than one platform at a time.
Uh,
Hmm.
well, didn't somebody say our podcast stuff would do it?
Well, I think Ron was gonna. Ron said it was possible, but I was digging through my X account and I can't even find the key to stream with. So I was gonna see if I could just start a stream in OBS. I've been trying since 9 o'clock, and
Yeah, I don't remember where I saw it before, but I found it at one point. I was like, "Oh, cool."
well, I checked. I
So I
checked
remember the
the.
last time we tried a space, it wouldn't let us do anything, and I was like, "Oh shit." Oh wait.
Hmm. Because spaces, you have to be on a mobile device.
Yeah, but there was like something else besides space that huh. Dork's always eating dinner.
Yeah, I have to use Restream.
Yeah, it just seems silly. You'd think they'd want people like making content.
I think they try to discourage people from making long form content generally. Right? Like they want people just scrolling constantly, not just sitting in the app.
Well, I swear to God, I found it the other day and I was like, oh, this is new. I hadn't seen this before. And now it's gone.
Maybe it's something they're only rolling out to certain people.
Oh, let me log into my.
Because I see a stream up on X, but it's just being recast from Twitch. Okay, so this is X Live.
live on X. So how do you do that? Who the fuck knows? I think those are just streams or spaces.
That's a space, but I did find a stream.
Impact. No, force.
Some guy playing like Guild Wars. Maybe it just auto generates like the RTPM. Hmm. All right. Well, we're gonna
Yeah,
need
whatever.
to spend more time figuring that out at some point. How's everyone doing? How are you doing, man?
I'm all right.
You were
Busy
going
finals.
fucking hard on Twitter while I was away.
I'm trying. It's working.
It is.
Kind of burned out though.
I figured that was gonna happen.
Yeah.
But it was a good start.
Yeah. That was a good start.
I was trying to stay on top of reposting shit. But I guess I'll just share the YouTube stream to Twitter.
Sure. I mean,
That's not the fucking YouTube stream. God damn it. Yeah.
me too. I don't have it in me right now to rant about AI. Open AI is already, I don't think, have they officially closed the last round and they're already opening another one?
Trying to find more VCs to give them money.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I imagine there's also some other investors that want out. I'm sure Masayoshi-san's already just like, I need to get out of this shit. I'm too levered on my arm shares.
I feel like SoftBank's just massively overexposed to like 40 different bad trades.
Oh yeah. I mean, they shouldn't even. The only reason they exist right now is because the BOJ bailed them out.
Yeah.
It shouldn't. In a just world, it wouldn't even exist.
Except when you're a Japanese bank and you get bailed out, your instructions are keep doing what you were doing before we bailed you out. Which is a little different than the US, where they had them do that, but they said other things.
Yeah.
I liked the data center and space rant too. That was fun. It was fun to talk about.
Yeah. To be fair, I do like picking low hanging fruit. Maybe I should pick more challenging topics to make fun of. I'm not challenging myself lately. I'm getting back to work on features for Gammastrike. We got 2 cool ones we're cooking up.
We got Saber coming up, and well, I guess Pastor asked first. What's up, Pastor Adam? Can you talk about Gex gamma chart on live data? How should I view that versus the gamma chart on live GXS? So I assume you mean like these charts versus this chart? Or are you talking about this chart versus these?
Well, like the Gex Dex chart, that just gives you a sense of like how big the potential, like the notional imbalance is. So like the larger it is, the more, just the larger the position is, the gamma position is there. And so you can kind of go back in time and look at the peaks and troughs to kind of see, you know, how big it was.
I kind of want to know. What's up, Grace? Um, yeah, I kind of want to know if he's talking about Gex Gamma, over here, or if he's talking about Dex Gex over here.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I mean, he said Gex Gamma, which is, this. I'm just waiting to hear back from him. I invited Saber up. Or I thought I did. Maybe he had to relog.
I had to press accept.
Oh.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, how you doing, man?
Yep. Good, man. What's going on? Cool. So my question was about the dynamic for positive gamma below spot. When you see positive gamma below spot on a live GXS, shouldn't that positive gamma shift to positive delta when price crosses over into the end of day, or does it like get added to charm?
So I can take a shot at this one.
Okay.
So usually at that point, when you're up in positive gamma and you've got a couple thick boys below you that are also positive, that usually means you've pushed up pretty far into the call range. And on SPXW, on the 0DTEs, usually out there, those calls are sold. I mean, it's one of the most dependable positions on the market, is that all of the calls that are way out there, like way away from the money, are almost always sold.
Okay, but does that
Usually
shift
there's a lot of
into-
spreads going on, like bear call spreads. So like if you go way up, like if you go really far, you'll hit another bout of, long positions, but by that time you've already blown out the spread so much that there's so much trading that it no longer matters. So
But do
yeah, so
those-
when you get up that far, you can basically assume you're in positive gamma on the call side. And so if you think about it, if you have calls that are now in the money and they're sold, they're going to decay to a gamma of 1.
But does
And
that
so they're
shift over
actually,
into the delta chart notionally at all, or does it just disappear? Like sometimes we'll see, like move up into the positive gamma, but then the positioning falls away on the delta side of the live GXS.
yeah, so if the delta's falling away, that usually implies I would actually have to see exactly what you're talking about.
So say price action, right? Price action breaks a large concentration of gamma. Maybe say today it was like 68.80 or something like that. We broke 68.80 to the upside.
6780, yeah.
Yeah, 67.80. Sorry, 67.80. And then the gamma below spot shifted lower, but then the delta below spot also shifted lower. Was that positioning closing
Yeah, I
out?
mean, if you go far enough that your gamma curve, so this kind of plays back into what Pastor Adam was asking. If you look at that basically that normal distribution, the gamma plot that's below IV that we're not showing right now because there's no data, but that kind of tells you like how far the gamma effect is, right? And so if you have, for example, let's say for example you have a bunch of contracts that are at that point you know, as you go above it, the call gamma, or the call delta is going to increase. So if you see decreasing delta at that point, it has to be calls that are, or sorry, puts that are moving in on top of those calls that were there. That's then lowering the net. Are you talking about net, or are you talking just
Yeah,
about
talking
calls?
about net. Net.
Yeah, okay. So that usually implies that puts are being traded on top of that call delta, and so it's
So pretty
netting
much
out.
soul puts coming into support, because you'll see
It can
the
be,
volume
yeah. I
spike up
mean,
as well.
so like actually today, I mean, the IV on the downside was pretty jittery. I think
Yes, it
that there was,
was.
and obviously we had more volatility below 80, you know, below that sold call blanket.
Yeah, like
Once we
67,
dropped below, we
35
really
spike.
had a lot of volatility because there wasn't a ton of gamma there because the sold puts really weren't moving in like they normally do.
Yeah, it didn't
But
seem like we had a lot
yeah,
of
in
soul puts
general, like
below.
on a slow day, yeah, especially in like the afternoon, yeah, there's a lot of sold puts, and they'll sell them like right at the money. Sometimes they'll sell them in the money; they don't care.
In the beginning of the day, they weren't selling too many puts right below
No, they didn't
spot.
sell them
They were
much today
waiting.
at all, actually.
Yeah, that's what it looked
Well,
like. It
at
was
the end
all
of the day,
calls
they
with
did
the
a
small
little
volume.
bit, but they almost got blown out. It wasn't enough to really make a difference.
Yeah, is that what led to such huge ranges and breakdowns? Because they weren't selling puts to support it.
Yeah,
So as
that's
soon as
exactly right.
calls took
Yeah, they
profit or
didn't.
something.
They sold. Well, they sold a bunch of puts at 75.
Yeah, I saw
Um,
that when it was going when the
but
premiums are going
once
crazy.
we
But
once we started getting above 75, like they really just weren't selling a lot of puts. Actually, if you look at like the PC ratio from the bounce, you can see that like it spiked initially really hard, and then over time, like there was just fewer and fewer puts being sold. There was some brief call buying that helped push us up through here, like into the 90 range.
Mhm.
But that took profits because that's what call buyers do. And then
Yeah, it was kind of
once
funny.
they
I
did,
think
we
I
just
think we
slammed
actually
back
had
down.
3 little baby gamma squeezes today on the call side. Like they just pushed up into it, and they got a bunch to close out. But then like once it lost momentum and started turning the other way, they all just sold right back on top. And then we went down, and then we climbed back up into them and like started squeezing them out again.
Yeah,
yeah, I saw that a
actually
couple times.
I walked through like that whole thing on the stream, like that whole bounce, like step by step. If you want to go back and watch that, I was I was on top of that shit.
So there was one point though, I think it was at 1:42 p.m. or something like that, that the put call ratio shot up to like 2.77, but price like knifed down. It was crazy. So I don't.
Oh, that might have been like puts getting bought. 142, you said?
Actually, that's the wrong one. But that was from yesterday or the 16th. That was from the 16th. I'm looking at
Oh,
the historical data, but
148 maybe.
there's
There was a
one
big there was
on.
a big spike in put buying around 148. Premiums and
Yeah,
PCR
maybe that
went
was it.
went way up.
Yeah, so the premium went up. That
Hmm.
obviously premiums trading higher, but I think there was an issue. The crossover, it didn't really cross over, and price just kept on trending, even though premiums weren't like moving the right way they were supposed to. I felt like, but
Mm,
I saw that it was interesting earlier today. I gotta see if I can
sometimes
find where it
sometimes
was.
you'll also see situations where PCR rises but premiums don't move. And that could be like netting. So it can be like indicative of somebody trying to reverse prices and just not succeeding. Or it can just be, indicative of there being like that level is like heavily contested. So
Yeah. So
premiums are staying flat because price is staying pretty flat, and no one's really
yeah.
getting an edge one way or the other.
So then around like today at 12:22, it is that today? Yeah, it's today. 12:22. Put premiums rising, but this price is rocketing up. That was what was confusing to me. It's like 12:22.
12:22. Okay, right here.
Yeah. Yeah, so you
See,
see
I'm
the on the 15-minute, the put premiums,
That's what I'm on.
yeah, way above, but the price is just rocketing up. So that was kind of
So put premiums
confusing
are
to me.
high, right? But they're turning around. So if you look at 1219, that's like the peak of where PCR and put premiums top out. I guess, yeah, 1219 net premium tops out there too. And then
But
I
then
mean,
it keeps moving up.
well,
Yeah,
'cause
remember too, this is, because this is
it's a window.
it's a window, right? So it's averaged. So you're throwing off the last minute and adding a new minute. So when it starts going down,
Oh.
that's telling you that you're not adding new puts, like you've stopped filling the new. So sometimes when I see this happening, I'll go to like the 5 minute, and sometimes I'll even go to the 1 minute to get more timely information about the change.
But also
Gotcha.
there is something going on here that is inherently bullish, right? I mean, things don't get really bullish till right around here, where we actually start to bounce out. But during this whole period, it's not just like PCR isn't flatlining here. It's dropping really fast. So there's and you can see the rise in call premiums alongside the put premiums, right?
They're buying calls.
Yeah, people are buying the reversal there, right? So these pull downs and PCR, like puts still massively outweigh the calls through this move. But then they stop outweighing that call demand. And then you see PCR just tank as price moves up.
Yeah, but you would think you'd see the call premium spike up higher than the put premium with such a huge move, but it really didn't.
You don't have a lot of call buyers right now because we're in like negative gamma territory. So generally you're kind of oscillating between bought and sold puts a lot of the time. And then if there's enough sold puts for there to be like some support and start pressuring the bought puts to the upside, then you'll see some call buying. But I mean, throughout most of the day, call premiums stayed fairly low. I would say that's probably
Yeah.
the highest they got was at the bottom of that V.
I think it's also important to keep in mind that this isn't a single input, right? You're looking at, yes, this is a very large market. But there are other there's stocks within it, right? And they all have options. There's some big ones. So when you have a day like today where QQQ is just rocketing and all the big boys have a ton of volatility, I mean, some of this can also bleed over just from bullishness on the single names as well. And
'cause
there's
sometimes it looks
definitely
like
an upward bias to the day overall, just from the crush of IV in the morning from print.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would imagine it would take a lot more to push it down than it would to just let it float up on the decaying IV.
Gotcha. Yeah, that
Sometimes,
was my main question for today.
okay. Well, I hope we answered it.
Yeah, it helped.
Just try to keep in mind that window and that what you're seeing is and very purposefully is you're seeing the change in demand over that window, right? So if you're seeing large moves in PCR on the 5 minute window, those are going to be a lot more muted when you get out to the 15 or the 30 because they're being netted over a much longer period of time. But also if you're looking at like the 30-minute window and you see a big change, it's much more relevant.
And another thing too is the Dex Gex on the live chart RTDV2.
Yep.
Sometimes you'll see the Dex go positive, even though like I was under the assumption Dex is always negative. Is this the skew adjusted Dex that this is using this table? Because it'll go positive sometimes. Like right here, you'll see it above the zero line, like maybe once or twice.
Yeah, so
But
this
I was
is
under the assumption it should always be negative.
it is
Yeah, we flipped the sign on the calls just so you could see. It's basically an indicator for like what is the magnitude of the imbalance away from delta, because you could, for example, you could be $5 away from delta flip and have, you know, one value of dex one day, and then the next day you could be the same $5 away and have like 3 times the dex. So this is useful when looking at prior peaks to see, you know, is it a more powerful move or a less powerful move or about the same?
Yeah, so basically multiplying by the -1 to give you a positive value and a actionable signal.
So what would be the
Versus
signal with the dex gex? So like when it crosses over here
you have more call delta in the money.
Yeah, the
on a
cross
crossover.
isn't the cross is just showing you delta flip, right? It's 0 when you hit delta flip. So delta flip's already
Oh,
telling you the crossover.
gotcha. That helps.
So what's important are the peaks. How far does it go? How big is the position from a delta or gamma perspective? Is it bigger than the last one? Is it smaller? You can even kind of see today, like the peaks and troughs in both are kind of similar. Actually, the ones to the downside were quite a bit larger.
That helps. Thank you guys.
No problem. I wanna kind of add to that. I fucking love DexGex on the Windows.
In what way though? Like how do you use it in
Oh,
your bias?
I just like it's really good at giving like a momentum signal. Like how much momentum does this move have? Like if I'm looking at something on the 15-minute and Delta's constantly climbing back to positive over like 15 minutes. That's a pretty good indication of a turnaround. Like these, like where see where it like bottoms out and then starts to like come back up.
Bullish signal because
Yeah,
both the exposures are rising.
yeah. And then also like shit like this where like gamma goes positive, but delta hasn't quite caught up because of the delay in the window. Even though like, you know, delta's moved above the delta flip here, see how it's delta's still negative because of the window.
Mm-hmm.
But then it moves higher and you get another high before everything kind of falls off. I love that. Just as like a quick like momentum check. It's nice.
So the higher it's trending up, the more momentum it has, the higher it goes positive,
I think the
or
steeper
higher above the zero line.
probably the steeper the trend up, the more
Gotcha.
momentum. And
But
then
then when
the
it's
the
bottoming
consistency
out,
of it I would say is more like more like a visualization of where like aggregate demand is. But I mean, at that point, you've already got a trend. So, but I do like when you know you're seeing you know kind of gamma move away from delta really quickly to the upside, and that spread's widening. You get pretty persistent bullishness there. Like you see it here, you know, where you get this constant grind higher.
and that's because out of the money calls are being traded more.
Yes. Also, you know, gamma on out of the money strikes is rising a little bit faster than spot is.
Gotcha.
So there's like you know persistent demand to the upside, and it's out of the money.
Would that be negative demand though? Like say if they're selling calls above spot, would that not would the gamma still increase if they're selling calls above spot or more contracts being traded above spot?
Yeah,
Because that could be
Yeah,
bearish,
so
right?
so just remember if a market participant is selling an option, it doesn't matter whether it's a put or call, it has positive gamma. We're making the assumption that calls are sold and puts are bought. So from that assumption here, the call side is a much more reliable assumption there because it is one of the most consistent positions that occurs in the intraday. Like they just start selling calls immediately and it just goes all day. The put side is less so. If you have a really slow day, The negative gamma that you're showing on the puts is probably overstated because more of those are sold. But on a day like today, actually, the naive assumption wasn't bad.
Yeah, you just get biased by the skew.
Yeah, you just look at the IV and see when there's. You could tell all day, like there was. The spreads were going nuts. And anytime there was significant movement, it was just hard because there were times during the day when they were buying in the money calls. So like you see this like increase in IV on the put side, and your brain, the
Yeah.
lizard brain thinks, oh, like they're buying puts, but then you look down at the volume and you're like, oh shit, there's call volume below us.
Oh, is that what it? So the IV is
Yeah.
in the
So you got to
money
be
call
careful.
at that strike getting
You
traded.
got to be careful because they're
Yeah,
linked.
because I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen that where it's like the IV is skewed to the downside, but we're still moving up really hard. Like
Yeah,
yesterday, I
so if
think
we're
we did
pushing
that.
up, hard and you're looking for reversals, you have to be really careful by just waiting for the IV to start popping on the put side, because there's calls there too that are being traded, and that could be what's driving the IV. And if they're buying calls, um, you make the exact wrong assumption about what's happening.
Ask me how I know. Uh, that's an eye opener, though. I appreciate that. Yeah, because that happened a couple times today and yesterday where the skew was to the downside, but we just kept marching up like 2, 3 strikes.
Yeah, especially end of day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be honest. The first drop we had today, it caught me by surprise because usually when we push that far up into the calls that early, like they just keep going and they blow them out. It was kind of interesting because it did look like they were blowing some of them out, and then it just kind of petered out and fell. It was kind of
I think that was when
wild.
we were close to a gamma neutral, and they just, I don't know, they just gave up, right? And the freaking, that sell off was insane.
We smacked into the like
Yeah,
upside
well,
implied move a bunch of times, and that was a
yeah,
fucking hard wall at the end of the day.
yeah, and you can like one of the strongest assumptions you can make throughout the day, if they're pushing into calls above the 1 day implied move, those calls are sold.
Yeah,
Like 98%.
Yeah, I mentioned that
They're
earlier,
sold.
and then they got blown out.
Right, so they pushed up above that. So they're pushing
Uh-huh.
into the calls, and you could even see, IV and volume was going up there. Like
Yeah, we were way above the
they were
implied
making
move earlier.
progress and trying to churn through some of that gamma, and then they're just like I said, like they just really weren't selling puts like they normally do to stabilize the downside, and it just once it just turned.
It dumped
And then once we got down
directly
to
from the
like,
implied move.
once we got down through, the less, the thin gamma region and kind of got down to where some of the more way out of the money sold puts were, then they started defending it more. But yeah, it was kind of wild.
yeah. And if you look up here, where we started the day, like above the implied move, from like up here, like the second we got up there, um, right here, you just start seeing call selling, just like constant call selling because it's so incentivized at that point.
Yeah, I was saying that, but then I was also like under the impression like, and on other days, we'll drop to the implied move, but the implied move becomes support. But today we just knifed directly through it. I expected a bounce there and tried to play along, and I got stopped out immediately. It's pretty
Mm.
insane. But I would have thought there was more contracts traded there. I would have put like some gamma support there, but it was nothing.
Hmm.
So some days the implied move acts as a support when we're dropping from above. But in other days, or today, I should say, it just did not show any support at all.
Yeah, I don't know if I would. Where was the down? Wasn't the downside implied move like way the fuck below spot? Like,
Yeah, the
yeah, it's
downside
like
was at
down here.
66.50, but the upside implied move was around like 67.80 or something, 67.90. And on that drop from above, we didn't even bounce on it, not once. We just straight knife through it. which I would have thought
Yeah,
it would be a support.
Oh
but it
no,
wasn't.
so no, it's generally not support. The positive one, like
Yeah.
the upside one, is not supportive.
It's not.
Yes, just
No, the
remember
downside one is.
all of the positioning wants the price to stay inside that range.
Yeah.
So the top one's resistive and the bottom one's supportive because they're strangling it. I mean, they're strangling the market, right? They're short
Yeah, but
strangling
wouldn't
the
that
market.
gamma turn into support though if you're above it because it's such a large
It
concentration?
can, and that's why when we pushed up, and then when you saw like that flagged and like kind of sat around there for a while, like you think about like how little volatility we had up there versus how much volatility we had down below. Yes, it is. It is. It does put. It's like Jello, right, in both directions. But it still wasn't. I mean, eventually, you know, the problem. So this goes back to like the charm question that maybe it was you at the beginning of
Yeah.
the questions, but when you push up into that gamma and you get all of those calls in the money, right? Now we know like when they're in the money, there's some time left on the contract. There's the probability that it'll go out of the money again. So the delta isn't 1, right? The delta is less than 1 to take into account the fact that it could go down again. But at the end of the day, it's got to be 1 or 0. So if you're in the money, it's going to decay to 1. And so if it has negative pressure and it's decaying to 1, that means its pressure is increasing over time. So you have negative charm there. So getting stuck and flat in that region is not bullish because over time your bullish position erodes as the delta on those sold calls increases and creates, you know, that's just the slightest little pressure down. And then once we eventually got to a tipping point and then there was no supportive gamma really below us, and then once we fell, everybody just reacted because there was no gamma there to slow it down.
Gotcha. That's some stuff I got to take some more notes on then and some more observations.
Yeah,
but that's
well,
pretty
we
interesting to
have
see.
we're cooking some things that will hopefully make it a little easier to visualize that.
When we get a teaser.
Uh,
You didn't you mentioned it earlier, but you never really dropped anything for us.
I mean, the
It's-
teaser will be on the stream, right?
yeah, we'll just drop it one day on the stream. I don't honestly like I can never keep my mouth shut, and I've already like teased that we're making something. This is something that I have been excited about for over a year. And we finally have the bandwidth to do it.
Nice.
And
Oh, that thing?
yeah, that thing.
The thing.
Oh
The
God.
thing.
Yeah.
And Dork also knows I'm working on my other pet project
We
that I've
got
also been
things.
noodling on for over a year. That one will be on the volatility page. But
That one's
yeah.
super cool.
It's very
It's
cool.
neat.
Can't wait.
It's scary cool.
Well, I'll get
also
my
scary.
chance to get up here. I'm out. See you, boys. Thanks.
Thanks for coming up,
no
Saber.
problem.
Later, man. All right, I got a couple questions I want to answer from the chat because Pastor asked first, and then Sheezy had his hand up, but he put it down. I'm sure he'll put it back up again. But he's next. So the first one was Pastor Adam was asking about the Gex Gamma. I'm gonna let Dork explain it because he hasn't been here in 2 weeks. But I drew him a nice picture on the screen.
Explain what thing?
The Gex Gamma chart, Gamma by strike versus Gex by strike.
Yeah. Hit him with your normal distribution magic.
Yeah, you love explaining this one, so.
So, Gex is gamma exposure, and gamma is just gamma. So when you, so
Nailed
when, yeah, so gamma, right? You start
I'm
with
sorry.
gamma, okay? So think about an options contract right? Every options contract has some sort of likelihood of closing in the money, and that likelihood, right, is commonly there's a proxy for it, delta, right? So if a contract has 0.5 delta, you can think of it as roughly a 50-50 split of closing in the money. Gamma describes how that probability changes as you go further away from the money. Excuse me. So if you think about an option contract, right? Let's just say this is a 30-second expiry contract, okay? And the spot is dead nuts on this strike, okay? That strike's got a 50-50 chance of going in the money. But the moment spot moves up $1 or down $1, the probability of that contract going in the money just immediately goes either to 100% or 0%, okay? That change, that change in probability, that rate of change in probability is described by the gamma curve. So another way to think of so that's one way to think about gamma. Another way to think about gamma is if you had a bajillion different random walks of price, you would end up with the gamma curve as a distribution of where the price ended up. Like from that, like relative to the starting point. So it's kind of two ways to think about it. Gamma exposure then would be how much gammas, right, are there sitting on the chain or on a strike, right? In this case, it's on a strike. So what that describes is how much is that probability going to change. So market makers hedge their probability, like they hedge their delta, right? And so what gamma exposure tells you is how much is that delta exposure going to change if a price of a stock changes a little bit, right? Is it's a dollar or is it a percent, JFresh? We always argue about this. Pretty sure.
I don't know what it is on
pretty
this.
sure
I'll
it's
have
a
to look
dollar.
on this page, but we tried to go through all the pages and do it all in dollars, just because
Yeah, so it's per dollar. So
makes more sense. We multiply by
Yeah.
100 too, right? We're just like how much
no,
money.
not 100. This one's not 100. It's yeah. So
What
it's
about
all
the Greeks by strike page? Those are by 100, right?
by 100 what? No, I think it's notional change in delta exposure per dollar change in spot.
Yeah.
Right, but multiplied by 100 contracts or 100 OI.
That's just that 100 term goes away with gamma.
Oh well, sure.
Yeah.
Because all the
So
point
yeah.
ones. But
yeah,
yes,
so
but
it's
it
not
is
contract. It's not leverage
Right,
dollars. It's real dollars.
Yeah. But my point stands. We've tried to make all the numbers on the website represent the amount of money that will change hands between participants, like just from one wallet to another. So not like per contract in the 100 lot, all that nonsense, and make people do more
No,
math.
yeah.
Like that's the math that really matters, is how much money are people making and losing.
Right. Well, how much is how much are they having to rebalance? So that's what the Gex bars show you. So that's pretty much it, right? We're taking that curve, we're applying it to the volume to give you a naive assumption, like Jay Fresh said earlier, a magnitude of how much change is going to occur should the price change. At least an upper bound. So yeah, any did I miss anything?
No, you got it.
All right.
Potatoes
Windmill
got
showing off
one.
his OnlyFans setup.
Yeah, he does that a lot. It's a nice setup.
Does he do live production? It looks like he does lighting
No,
design.
this is Goon Room. Those are all the screens for his OnlyFans streams that he watches.
Oh,
Is he a lighting guy? No fucking way.
he's single-handedly supporting like 90% of the content creators.
Dude, well if
Oh,
he does
shit,
lighting
dork.
design, that means he's fucking crazy.
Dork, are you about to start an LLC, Sound and Lights, with Dork and Willie?
I was gonna call it Willie's Wiggler.
Ooh. Yeah,
Or
but you gotta
Turgid
have,
Willie.
All right, where's fucking? I can't find potatoes question. Here we go. If we're in a positive
Oh shit!
gamma environment,
Did Japan hike?
it's not
It's about
time yet.
Japan time, right?
3 minutes. If we're in
Sorry.
positive gamma environment but have strikes that are negative net gamma, at those negative gamma strikes, does the MM still hedge upside price by selling? Yes. Or are they buying as price moves up? So everything's relative. Obviously, gamma's highest on the 0 DTE, so those are most pertinent during the intraday trading session. But if you're in a very, very positive gamma environment across the chain, that does still have an impact. So, the 0-day gamma will have more of an effect on intraday price, but the MM is still, if gamma across the entire chain is still positive, the MM is still buying, just less.
Yeah, you could think of it like you could think of that little bit of negative gamma you're looking at as like just a small little subtractor, right? And it's not really going to have much of a significant impact on price unless it's right the fuck at the money, because then the gamma is going to be changing a lot.
Well, that's why gamma neutral on the weekly and monthly chains is also so important.
Yeah.
Because those are the big levels where all the gamma starts to go negative.
Right, and we can get back to that discussion about gamma again to think about it this way, right? We talked about a 30-second to expiry contract, right, and how its probability is changing really fast. Well, when you get further and further away, right, the amount of time before that contract expires is a lot. And so what's happening is the market is pricing in a higher probability for contracts that are further away from the money to close in the money. So that's why you'll see contracts further away from the money with much more gamma than you would see on a 0 DTE. And that's why, yeah, the further dated stuff, it is definitely important for like SPX and all that, because there's a ton of contracts out there, and a lot of them have a lot of gamma. Even the ones that are surprisingly far away from the money have more gamma than you would assume if you only looked at 0 DTE.
Shit, they did it.
Yeah,
They
hiked.
hiked. Woo! I win. Eat shit.
Wait, did I say Japan hike, Fed flat? What did I say?
No, you said Japan flat.
Oh, because I had to pick something different. I
Mhm.
couldn't remember which one. It happened.
They did. They moved up.
Good thing they told everybody ahead of time.
Yeah.
So weird.
Well, it's because they know that they'll like break the markets back if they don't give everyone like a week of notice.
Can somebody on X ask?
Remember when they
Camaros
surprise hiked and we
why-
dumped like 15% in a day?
You mean when VIX
Can-
went undefined? Oh wait, no,
Yeah.
that was a slightly weak jobs report.
Can someone ask Nick Tamaros from the Wall Street Journal why he blocked me on Twitter? I don't remember what I could have possibly said to him.
Timaros. You probably called him
Whatever.
Tamaros.
Whatever.
No, 0.25. Always the less
25
fun one.
bips. Lame. They should have done 25%.
What's interesting is leverage hasn't moved at all.
The night is young, Gherk.
I know.
It was also heavily telegraphed.
I mean,
If
yeah.
leverage moved a lot that quickly,
What
then
USD
that would've been alarming.
JPY went up? Awesome.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, because everyone's overhedged. Everyone's overhedged.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yep. You know what they say on FOMC day, right? Never trust the initial move.
Never trust a fart.
Never trust
right.
any of the moves on FOMC day because it's all just short strangles breaking apart.
Never trust a Fed chair.
Never trust the Fed.
Never trust
Don't
a hoe.
trust.
Don't
a hoe.
fight
That's right.
JPow's mom.
Jen, who hurt you?
I don't know.
Never trust.
Got to be able to trust someone. What about your mom? Is your mom a narcissist?
Mm.
My mom's a saint.
Mm. Well, you can trust her then, right?
Yeah, I do trust her.
I'm talking to Jin Jin.
Oh. Sorry, Jay Fresh. I thought you were talking to
Okay,
me.
every day is a little much.
This one too. Oh my god, you have more than one? How could you tell they were selling calls at the top of the implied move? We were above the implied move, but look at the PCR. Like, well, I mean, first of all, you start getting call selling back here.
Yeah.
Like,
If
this is
above implied move and price not rocketing up, calls being sold.
yeah. So like, see where call premium, see where the call premium
Let's-
peaks. Look, this is fun. See where call premium peaks right here, like right at the actual top of the move, and then call premium's flat, and then it starts falling off. So this is calls like taking profits, right? Buy to close. But then here, call premiums keep going down, and then PCR starts to shift down too, and those are buy or sell to open. And then we go whoop off the cliff, and everyone buys a bunch of puts.
Yeah, you could see the retail response. The Wall Street bets YOLO into puts, and then they
Yeah,
immediately
I
get
love
wrecked.
how they all YOLO into puts right here.
Yeah, right. They're all they're full YOLO into puts. They're like, this is the market crash, baby, and then immediately get wrecked.
Well, that's because everyone just priced up puts, but there was no range.
Oh my god. Well, no, yeah, it's just
They
It's
just
just
pumped.
dumb.
They just pumped a metric fuck ton of money into puts between like 12-11 and right here at like 12. What was that 30, 38? And
one
then
of us.
then they got fucking burned on all those puts.
One of us.
They were selling
By like-
puts
by
to
like-
buyers.
By like a quarter number of the people buying calls.
Right. Hey, Potato wants to come up. Wait, no, he doesn't. He changed his mind. Fuck you, Potato. Make up your mind.
What
Sorry, I didn't
happens
mean that,
when that
Potato.
happens? Are they placing buy stops below spot now? Buy stop orders or limit orders don't move the bid ask until they're filled.
They probably what happened was they saw the market go down $20 and with fucking steam and went, I should buy puts. And then some of them were later than others. I mean, that's what I think. We almost got Potato up here.
Someone's gonna raise their hand eventually. Maybe it'll be Willie. I know Willie wants to talk about the future.
Aha! Aha!
Oh,
Potato!
Nitu says he's gonna extract the secret new indicator information out of you from your DMs, JFresh.
What?
Oh, there's Potato.
Nuke is?
Oh, I already told
No,
him
no,
everything.
no,
Don't
no.
worry about it.
Nitu. Nitu's
Oh,
gonna.
me too. He's not getting shit.
I already told him.
Already told him.
It's okay.
You
I
already
put
told him.
Gammastrike on a thumb drive for him.
Nice.
Left it on his driveway. He's not going to trust it and plug it in, which is the best part. It's the ultimate trick.
Just send him the source code and a link.
Yeah, right. In a very suspicious looking link. Yeah, and then it's going to be.
I just gave him all my passwords.
I
to
feel
the
like he
database and
probably
the
knows how to
website
use a
and told him
virtual
to-
machine.
Well, yeah.
just
Well,
gave him
no.
all my
I'm
passwords
using
and told
a.
him to check for security flaws, make no
It's
mistakes.
Still fucking
Don't worry,
there.
you two. The
Turk.
installer is an unsigned jar file, so Windows will probably just immediately turn off the computer when you open it. Hey, Potato. How you doing?
Good, good. I think I was gonna. I hope I'm audible. I'm on my phone. Otherwise, I can jump on my computer.
I can hear you
Um,
You're
just
highly
You
fine.
audible.
sound great.
I want everyone in the
Okay.
audience to know this, by the way. You guys all have phones. You're all listening to us right now on devices that have microphones. So don't give me that shit that you don't have a microphone. Because Potato sounds amazing right now.
Yeah.
He does.
Potato, you actually sound very good. What kind of phone do you have?
I think it's the iPhone 16 Pro Max.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. It might just be my voice, you know. No.
Yeah, it's probably a little above.
Thank you. No. It's a follow-up question, I think, and I know PCR has been sort of discussed a lot.
Yeah,
But I
everyone
was
likes
just
it.
looking at,
It squiggles and moves around, so it's cool.
and again, I know, like everyone, like all of you guys have been saying, again, it's supplementary to other pieces of information, where you're trying to extrapolate information. But the piece on this one that I was trying to understand was, or I think, do you mind just scrolling to the left actually on the time? Um, yeah, the part where it was sort of choppy, where you were saying the PCR was increasing, but put premium here wasn't changing too much. I mean, it was going down a bit. So when I was looking at this, I would think it's more like put selling. Um,
Mm-hmm. No, they were selling a lot of puts. That's why they all got squeezed.
oh, okay. Okay, so it
Mhm.
was what they were doing. It was just them getting squeezed then. I see.
Yeah, they did get squeezed, but they got squeezed out by the call sellers, which happened here through this period of time.
I see. And that's from where the PCR is decreasing, is where you're able to sort of see that.
Yeah.
Okay.
The PCR peaks right here at like 150, like 156 at 11:16 a.m. And then it just starts tanking after that. And this is on the 30 minute. So this is a substantial shift
Mhm.
in calls opening. And since the call premiums aren't rising, right? Call premiums kind of actually just glide down slowly here. Kind of stay around like 550K. Like they don't really.
Yeah.
So those calls are sold. And you're also another really good way to tell that those calls are being sold heavily is because that entire time we're trading above the implied move. And so this is just, bears just piling into overpriced calls as hard as they can and
I see. Okay.
squeezing out all the value from those calls. And then eventually they sell enough calls that the puts that have been, being sold under spot to support this higher price just get fucking crushed.
Got it. Okay, I see. Okay. Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, no, I'll have to keep. I think just as I continue to view this more and get more comfortable, it'll click faster. I think that's the part where it's like there's a lot of thinking that has to go on before these pieces sort of click, where I think a lot of that's more muscle memory for a lot of people. But thank you. Yeah. No, that was the only question I had. Appreciate it.
No problem. Thanks for coming out, man. On your phone. Like everyone
Yeah.
here can do. Maybe if you take your shirt off. Grim 2, it's never gonna happen, man. You know how many times I would have taken my shirt off over the last 3.5 years had you not asked me to do it every single day?
You've
Look,
literally
Grim 2, we all want it.
the
but we
number
can't
of
say it.
times you've taken off your shirt equals the number of perms you've gotten.
It's true, actually.
I miss the perm.
He was
He was so salacious.
he was so hungry for that attention back then. He would never do such a thing now.
Oh man, he should. Gherk, when are you getting a perm?
I mean, if you're just like
Um,
shit posting on the internet,
Currently, my hair is like
And-
an eighth of an inch long, so not anytime soon.
I mean,
Perfect
if you
length.
just like start out on the internet just screwing around and like a bunch of random people give you $1,000 to get a perm, it's pretty exhilarating. That's pretty exhilarating. Right?
That's actually what happened.
But now it's
Oh,
just
man.
like, eh.
All right, so Gherk, you got to grow your hair out, and then
the
then
thrill
what I'll
is
do is I'll
gone.
just ko-fi you until you get a broccoli head haircut.
The thrill's gone. Like, I don't think Gherk could even feel anything at this point unless somebody dies by his hand.
Or if I guess Pontiff for a broccoli head
Okay.
haircut.
That
might
would
do it.
be that would cause some tingling.
Yeah, I think if someone signed up for Pontiff, that might actually get my juices flowing. But very unlikely. That's why I priced it that way, so nobody would ever do it.
I still
Also-
think it's cheap.
Also, I'd look amazing with broccoli hair.
You would.
Yeah.
Oh, Potato wants to come up again
Oh, look, it's potato.
with his phone, showing that you too can talk on
Yeah.
your phone.
Yeah, potato on his cellular phone.
I actually remembered I had one more question. I think it was something discussed in the SPX chat, I think a day or two ago. And I was wondering, in terms of other trading tools like moving averages or anything else, I was curious if there's any other indicators that you weigh that have like higher importance outside of, obviously, I'd say the tools like implied moves, the flips, the neutrals like that you have within GS. I was just wondering
I
if there's
like
anything else.
VWAP a lot. Always have. That's why it's like on the hat, you know.
Yeah.
But VWAP's generally just kind of like the delta flip, so they're usually real close to each other. pretty, pretty.
I've
pretty,
talked about what I like to look at if we're talking about things outside of the platform.
Yeah.
I look at on my trading view, pretty much my standard view on SPX is SPX are the main candles, and then I have some, half opacity candles that I overlay. One is inverted VIX 30-day. Another is inverted VIX 1-day.
Okay.
And then I have the combined market cap of the Mag 7, which I had to write a Pine script for long ago. It probably is not even correct anymore, but
so sorry you had to
it's the line-
interact with their
it's-
coding language.
It's the line I know. But it is a proxy for, it is proportional to the market cap of the Mag 7 intraday. And then the RSP.
And this is your SPX chart?
Yeah.
Okay. I also feel, as someone who knows JFresh, that it's my duty to tell you that all of these things have never made him any money.
They excite me, and they have for a long time. They help me understand what's happening, right? I mean, you can always see, I'm looking for like dispersion effects and things like that, and that helps me look for those things. It also can be helpful to see like if there's a big move in VIX and both RSP and Mag 7 move together. That's an option. That's like an index options move or a futures move. Whereas if like sometimes I'll see they move opposite. So like Mag 7 will move way down and RSP will move way up and the index will stay flat. And that tells me that's more of a dispersion type move where people are betting on flat on the index, and flat on the index is moving everything else. So then you have like people are bullish. For example, if people are bullish on the Mag 7 and they want the index to be flat because everybody's short strangling the index, then RSP must move down, right? So I'll see that a lot of the times and I'll be like, oh, they're shorting the shit out of options on 0DTs.
I have a new thesis that I'd like to posit, and I want you to hear me out. A flat index has a bullish bias.
Well, yeah,
Okay.
but it also has a flat bias.
But flat is slightly up.
Yes,
Okay.
I do agree. I am looking for, whenever I see everything move together, that's an indication that some actual downs might happen versus just, pinning things.
You know what I like to see?
Rearranging positions.
I like to see 30-day skew steepen.
Oh, you dirty dog.
I know. I like it when people are putting big money on downs. And not right now downs, later downs.
I just had a really terrible thought when you said that.
What was it?
This is being recorded. I don't know if I should be saying it.
Oh.
Then maybe you shouldn't.
Is it about
I'm gonna say it.
making markets?
Yes, actually, it is.
And the people that
Um,
do that?
Nope, not what you're thinking.
Oh, okay.
The market that I'm thinking that I'm pretty sure doesn't exist yet is sports betting on the Special Olympics.
Hmm.
Is that
Is that a thing?
immoral?
I think it
Guarantee
is.
it's a thing.
Yeah, I feel like it's like a shadier thing. Like you're not going to get that on Barstool.
But you'll get it on Kalshi.
Well, that's why we brought
Yeah,
it
he's
up
been on-
because it is Don's birthday, I assume.
Wait, there's a whole Johnny Knoxville did a movie about it. Oh my god.
Yeah, The Ringer. You never watched The Ringer? It's
No,
terrible.
I've never watched any movie with Johnny Knoxville in it intentionally.
They're all awful.
Yeah, I know. I don't think Potato knows how to leave the stage.
It's
That's
okay.
Or he has more to say to us?
I don't know.
No,
Potato. Up.
I still haven't covered, I think, like the skew stuff for like IV. There's a lot within like IV that I'm still sort of reading through like the docs. But I guess if you give like a high level overview of skew comparing to like historic IV versus implied IV.
Skew's just telling you which options cost more money.
Yeah, skew is a measurement of either side of the smile, basically, and telling you which side of the smile is richer in price. Right, so if skew is
say that
negative-
again. Say richer.
Richer.
Nice.
Mm.
That is actually the technical term that
Yeah, so essentially
that they use on the street.
is that what the kids say these days?
No, old people, but yeah.
Oh, but yeah. So if it's negative, then IV is more rich to the downside, and if it's more positive, then IV is more rich to the upside. If it's zero, then IV is equally rich to both sides.
Let me say something
You'll
about
find
the
that-
SPX is basically skew is never positive. It happens,
yeah, you'll
but it's
notice-
extraordinarily rare.
Yeah, you'll notice on some tickers too. Like you'll notice some tickers have very consistent skew. I think Apple's another one of them, and I'm just biased because
Yeah,
Apple's
I
the
will
reason.
say the natural state, because everybody is long the indices and they drift up over time, that actually even a zero skew is a bullish bias.
Yeah.
Okay, so like Greg, you were saying, if you see 30-day skew drop a lot, that's implying that the richness.
It means
of
people are buying puts 30 days
puts-
out.
Yeah, I see. And it's
Yeah.
just the premiums of those puts, or I guess
Are
sorry,
going
which
up.
is the up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're
The
pricing up.
relative
Okay.
cost. It's the relative cost. Always.
So people are paying what it really means in like macro analysis terms is that participants are willing to pay more for downside protection in that window.
Yep.
I
and
see.
think about
Okay.
it like this. So, portfolio manager guy, okay? You come to him with your $500,000 portfolio and you're like, I have these stocks. He's like, okay, your beta is this. And then you go, I think there's going to be some sad stuff in the market pretty soon. Would you mind hedging for me? And he goes, sure. You want me to hedge half your position? And you're like, yeah. And then he goes and he takes your beta and he figures out how much delta he wants to hedge. And then he goes to SPX and then he buys the puts. Right? That's why you see this consistent negative skew on here, is that there's a large constituency in the market who uses SPX as it, conventionally should be used, which is as a downside protection tool for your portfolio.
Degenerate trading tool.
it's a strategy, right? It's a well-known thing. Like it's on every fucking CFA
Every
thing
every
that,
every
you know-
60-40 fund in the world is buying some
Yeah.
puts out of the money
Exactly.
on SPX
You're exactly right.
all the time.
Yeti Meister has a good point I want to hit on while we're talking about skew. He said, "What happens when it's positive? Can you pull up Avgo?"
Oh yeah. you really fucking love this one.
I love it so much. Oh shit! What happened? Oh god!
People
did
got
they
bullish
buy
again.
him back? Holy shit! What did Avgo do today? Did it go right back?
Jesus Christ. Look at the fucking upside IV.
It didn't go up at all. Why are people bullish again? Just buying
They're
a
just
dip?
paying more for calls, yeah, because that's what people do on Mag 10.
Oh, all right. Well, yeah, you can see like it actually.
It's not
went,
positive, but it's close.
yeah. Well,
Definitely
I
not
can
as
see
bullish as it
them-
was the other day.
Hold on, I gotta pull up on my screen because I have 6 eyes now. Oh, it didn't actually hit above 0. Okay, that's a bad example, but it did get rugged hard, and it
Yeah.
made
You
me
want to
happy.
know where skew did go positive for a stock? Apple in 2020.
Was that like during the
So-
crash when everybody aped into the meme 7 for the first time?
No, this was post crash when the government aped into
Free
giving
money.
everybody money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This will actually be interesting to see. I'd want to see how this shakes out tomorrow morning because I've been noticing a lot of our like next expiration IVs have been blown out at the end of the day. I think there's a lot of illiquidity in general in pricing. I've been noticing it on a lot of things, and the pricing will range quite dramatically between us and CBOE's bid ask at the end of the day that they quote, and then other like brokers and stuff, which is like the worst place to get that information.
Apple's looking a little bearish.
Well, yeah, it's gone up like
Maybe.
40% in 6 months.
Yeah.
That's
And
cool.
their revenue increases like 6% a year. Every other like comparable mature industry that people love, like Costco and other things, are already turning. It seems like it's only a matter of time.
Other carries.
Did you
getting
guys
weird
notice in
too.
the CPI data that was crazy today? I dug in.
Maple would
Cell
like you to
phones?
provide
CPI
more
data.
detail on the previous thing.
Hold on, I will. But cell phones went down like 10% year over year. That's bullish for Apple, right?
Oh yeah.
The price of cell phones dropping.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
Apple
I mean,
hasn't
it's better than
dropped the
CPI.
Apple hasn't dropped the price of their cell phones.
Yeah, but they're giving them away. Like,
Also,
with
there is no
plans.
CPI data.
I know.
It's just blanks, and then they just like literally carried over the average downside move from August September. They've just
One second, I
interpolated
will-
2 months of CPI based on the prior trend.
I will come back to this point. 1 second. I have to do Elf on the Shelf stuff really quickly. I'll be right back.
I don't even know what that means. What's
Labubus?
is that? Oh, he's got to go play with those little boo-boos. Is that?
Yeah, it's a Labubu emergency.
I feel like that's like slang for something dirty now, because with JFresh.
Well, yeah, it is.
Oh, okay.
His sex chair is covered in Labubus.
Like, yeah, like when I hear JFresh say "Elf on a Shelf," I don't think Christmas time.
Do you think his wiener on top of a counter?
I feel like it's just him naked on a shelf.
Sydney Sweeney on a weenie. What?
God.
Alpha's on the
What
shelf.
were we talking about?
Is a kid thing for
I don't know.
Christmas.
Something about skew.
I don't know what the
yeah,
actual. I know it's like
yeah.
some sort of Christmas game. I don't know what it does.
It's an
Elf on a
elf.
Shelf is
You-
supposed to make kids not fuck around.
Every night you put the elf out. It does cool. It does funny shit, and they're not supposed to touch it. If they touch it, you have to cover it in cinnamon so it doesn't die. It's all very macabre. The last time we did it, we had to cover it in cinnamon like 12 times because the kids kept touching it.
Why do we have
And
to
so
do
now you have
this, dude?
cinnamon
Alpha to
everywhere.
shelf is what the fuck is like? Whatever happened to just your kids not fucking around?
Because my wife wants to do all of these activities, and I feel guilty because I'm just a slouch, a slob that doesn't want to do anything. And
What
so
you should
I
do is you should
allow
just
it.
start writing ransom notes, and then whenever your kid misbehaves, just leave a ransom note outside, like in your mailbox, and be like,
You know
"Hey,
what?
did we get any mail?" And then like get a letter from Santa that says, "I saw what you did."
Last summer.
Ew. I will just say this is my 10-year-old who wants to do this for his 6-year-old brother because he's the only one left that still believes in Santa. So it's actually super
that's
cute.
cute.
And you
And he
and
was
you should feel
listening at the
bad.
door when you said that. Now,
That's cute,
Yeah,
and I
he's-
feel like an asshole.
now you've ruined it for all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 6-year-old is sitting right there, and he's just mouth agape.
Don't talk about my son's mouth agape for you.
Fuck off.
Jesus
Christ.
Speaking of that, totally unrelated to what I just said or implied. Apparently, there's rumors going around that what's his face, the GME guy, Houston Wade, like got arrested for for soliciting a minor.
Wait, what?
It seems
my-
unsubstantiated to me at this
Okay,
point, but
okay.
the fact that it could be true
I
is
mean,
intriguing.
it would explain the
But
Hawaiian shirts. And then also, if it is true, I have,
Hawaiian shirts.
I have 2 videos that need to be deleted.
Of Houston Wade.
Yeah. Remember when I talked to him like 3 years
Oh
ago?
shit! You're gonna be in the Wade files.
Yeah, I don't want to be on the fucking, I don't want to be on the wait list.
Hey, Gherk, check
What?
out Apple's Gamma
Hold on.
curve.
This is like a serious allegation that could ruin somebody's life. I will say everything that I've seen so far, that I've seen, and I haven't really dug into it beyond what somebody shared with me. There is nothing that actually like linked it to him, so it could be. I don't want to ruin somebody's. That's fucked up, but like I just thought it was funny that is currently going around on social media that the back of someone's head who was arrested for this might be Houston Wade.
Okay, it's the that's so.
Was
that's
the
so
guy-
fucking
hold on,
but there's-
unsubstantiated
Was it the
that
back of the
I-
head?
Yeah, completely
Hold on.
unsubstantiated.
When you saw the photo, was it a slightly portly man in a Hawaiian shirt being led out of a TGI Fridays?
No,
Okay.
and honestly, the neck seemed
Without
too thick
pants.
from the back. I don't know. It just didn't strike me as like, oh, that's clearly him. It was like
and a wicked big knob hanging
See,
down.
a white
yeah,
dude. with
I would
a similar haircut.
only
I
believe
don't
it
know.
was Houston Wade if it said manager of local Applebee's arrested live on stream.
On GME stream. Yeah.
Where's Bainbridge Island? I don't think you're gonna ruin his life by sharing this rumor with 25 people.
Yeah, but it's being saved to YouTube. Like it's
Well,
recorded
let's just.
forever.
I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make an assumption here nor there until there's actually like a
Yeah.
What do they call that? Arrest record done, and it shows Wade, Houston.
Yeah, we're gonna need some
Somebody-
verifiable proof. I mean, I know we're not.
Somebody commented that somebody by his name was arrested, but I haven't looked, so. Oh my god.
A mug shot, perhaps. I got one of those for you. It'll be $5,000. Look at the gamma curve,
All right.
Apple or Gherkin.
Or
Apple
what were
gamma
we
curve.
talking about when I was talking about skew before that I had to finish my thought?
Oh, what is it? And then you talked about Avgo, and then I pulled up Apple because it had positive
It's not
skew
going
when
to
money was
school.
dumped on everybody's head.
What am I pulling up?
then-
You wanted to see this, right?
Yeah, I wanted you to see that. Look
This
at it.
looks bullish as fuck.
Yeah, I got a little tiny Gamma Max there. Just a little baby one right
Yeah, it
right
looks
below
like-
spot.
Looks like Apple's
Yeah,
gonna
thanks
go
me
to
too. What is that? What was
straight to
that? That's the
300.
question. What was that? I don't remember.
The thing you were supposed to provide more detail on that I told you
Yeah,
about
I
right
don't
when
even
you
remember
started
because it's
talking
been
about
I've been talking about
CPI
pedophiles
and
for 20
fucking
minutes.
Houston Wade,
Alleged pedophiles.
alleged pedophiles.
Completely unsubstantiated rumors about a certain person in the GME community being a pedophile, which may or may not be true, and we have absolutely no idea.
Unless it's Ryan Cohen, because doesn't he live by like Epstein?
If it was Ryan Cohen, then the news would be breaking
Oh, shit.
immediately.
What's the Kalshi over under on Ryan Cohen being in the Epstein files?
Oh shit, I have no idea. Someone want to find that?
Somebody
Is there
needs
an
to get
ARB I can
that.
take care of
Somebody
on
needs
that?
to start writing contracts on that shit right now.
I don't think Ryan Cohen was rich enough.
Mm,
No. All of the mentions of Cohen are Michael Cohen, Peter Cohen, Max, and Brian Tyler Cohen, but not Ryan Cohen. Also, he's
If he's not in the
Canadian,
flight
so he probably
log.
wasn't in the right
Yeah.
social circles.
Yeah, he actually technically doesn't exist.
Can I put RC in the Epstein files? I don't know, need to. Can you? Which side of the files? He looks like a little boy.
Oh my god.
You know what? You know what I've
Gammastrike, huh?
you know what I've figured out? The current administration is just what happens when short men gain control.
Trump's
So
like
Gammastrike,
6'3",
huh?
isn't he? And
Trump is
high
not.
heels.
I mean, in high heels, maybe. Very high heels.
I don't know. Trump's a specimen. All of the AI pictures I've seen of him look great.
Oh yeah. It's because you get real high res images to go with.
I'll give you an example. I have a great one.
He's 6'6", 210, 3% body fat. I already know how you know, Willie. Did you see when he was in the stirrups?
This is getting out of control, guys. Gammastrike, huh?
All right.
That's your president. Show
Is
some
anybody going to
respect.
raise their hand? Or can I just end this thing?
Yeah. Someone raise your hand. Otherwise, I'm going to go sit on the couch.
Do we have another channel created that will allow us to share our interpretations of the daily charts, not live trading? Okay. Yeah. I
Yeah.
can do that.
That seems
I'll
reasonable.
make I'll make that
Can
channel.
we? Is it too much to just like actually have a Gammastrike Discord?
Yeah.
It seems a little early, but it might be a good place to like have that discussion. The only thing is that like we wouldn't want to.
No,
have
we
any
specifically
discussion of trading.
can't have that discussion in the Gammastrike Discord.
Well, interpretations of the data is fine, but like trade discussions, not
That's just a
fine,
trade discussion,
which-
though. That's like a trade discussion waiting to happen. Have you ever
That's
tried to
true.
moderate the internet? It's a bitch.
No, you won't let me be a mod.
I know.
And if
I
you
know.
did, I would
Well,
just destroy the
just-
server.
You would have banned literally everyone who slighted you, which is basically
The
the whole
second-
Discord.
Everyone.
You made me mod, I would just start going down the list and just banning people.
Oh, look, it's Potato again.
On his phone.
Hey, Potato.
No, I was just gonna expand on that. I like because your point around like I think having it as a sorry, what's the word I'm looking for? Like as a trade might be like an outcome, but then again, everyone's own risk and how they want to manage that would be different. But I think it'd be nice. At least again, this is just my thought. Others, I'd be curious to see what they think. But being able to discuss like how we interpret the chart versus, of course, always trying to ask you guys, because I think there's also a lot of knowledgeable traders in this thread or Discord, and then
Yeah.
pinging just
like-
Yeah, I think that's a good idea, and it can
I'll-
help you guys like
I'll-
steal up your big questions for.
I'll make the
a
channel
bigger
tonight.
Discussion.
I gotta
Well, I
think
mean,
of a
can't we-
fun
can't
name
we
for it,
also,
but
like, can't we
We're
also
just getting
like, when
channel
people accept
fatigue.
that-
Can we cull some channels? I can't go through. Like I literally.
there's, like,
I'm
yeah,
not-
I'm gonna. I actually am gonna call some channels. I'm gonna start with all the free ones.
Because
I
like there's so
mean-
many discussions that happen in like SPX and like other channels, but I feel like for one that's just trying to focus on interpretations or like how we understand the data, the Gammastrike one, I guess kind of, but that one I think is more related to the tool, or I don't know if that would be the appropriate one.
Well,
It's.
think,
I
honestly,
mean,
we
I
should
think a
do
lot of that has
Gammastrike
gone on in
channel.
like the Gamma Strike discussion channel. But I can add a channel or at least a thread to that channel that covers that.
Some of
Seems
it goes
fine.
on too in the vibe trading, and I really don't want to be dragged into the vibe trading to discuss Gammastrike data.
Do you guys remember
much
when I was gonna like promote Billionaires? I have like 15 completely unused channels that I made for specifically that idea. And then I was like, this is a bad idea. And I just didn't do it.
I don't know.
So,
I've been
I have a
signed up for
question.
Dillionaire so long, I actually don't remember why I have it.
You told me because you loved me. Well, you didn't say you loved me. I mean, I have the actual screenshot of what you said. If you give me a minute.
I do have a habit of signing up for things that I like just to support people and then never using it. It's like I have a few newsletters that I signed up to that I never read because they're too long.
Keep those
I'm
mouth
like, you know
breathers
what?
out of our channel.
I'm like, you know what? They make good content, and I want them to keep making it because it makes the world a better place. So I'm just gonna renew that credit card for the next year.
look
I
at you.
tried to give you free Dillionaire, and you were like,
know what
no.
I-
You
you know what I
actually
want to
explicitly
cancel, but-
refused.
You know what I want to can I know. You know what I want to can Stop trying to tell everybody that I like you. That's gross.
I'm
And
just pointing it
uh,
out.
I know, over and over again. But the one thing I would like to cancel of all of the subscriptions that I have, the New York Times. What a piece of garbage.
Oh, you pay them?
You pay for
yeah.
news?
My wife does, and I,
Oh.
you know,
I don't
basically
even.
play the fucking games.
I don't
but
even pay for Bloomberg.
the New York Times is it's gotten so bad, and that, like I'm the prime audience for that shit, but like I can never find anything I want to read on there, which seems bad for a news outlet.
I like this idea about pickle jar awards. We could have like a ceremony.
Oh no.
Gave good advice once. Gherkin, you pay for Bloomberg? No, I don't.
He put it in quotation marks, which he's implying hand jobs.
Is he? I've never given anyone a hand job. Well,
Okay, whoa,
Not
whoa,
the-
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Well, you just don't think
You're
it's
really
a
gonna
job.
deny our love, Gherkin?
This is semantics.
You're breaking my heart, Dad.
A hand game.
oh Jesus Christ! Never mind. Fuck it. Closing it up. Let's liquidate everything.
baby farms.
Is someone actually gonna raise their hand? Willie, get up here. What are you doing? Why are you
No,
being
he
weird,
said
man?
He's making tacos.
So
Fucking
he
tacos.
can't fucking
Get up here.
talk and make tacos.
Well, they're crispy. He's got to fry them.
So?
Maple, we do have 0 sponsors, but that is only because Campbell Soup did not renew.
Yeah.
Yeah, we really had that one on the
Still
hook
dealing with
too.
the fallout.
At least that guy agreed to work for us.
It's true, yeah.
Oh. For free. He was like, just I need to put something on my resume for the next 2 to 5 years. What's the minimum to sponsor? Ooh. Yes, you can.
Yeah, I don't think I really give a shit at this point. Like, what? I
12.
don't think I'd say. Actually, why don't you make us an offer and I'll just tell you no, and we can go back and forth on that until I feel like, yeah, fine.
You know what? Too, we have to be able to write the script for the sponsorship too.
No, I don't want to fucking do that. I'm not doing work. I'm not doing free work.
No, because then they're gonna sponsor, and then we're gonna make them regret it.
No, we will have final editing privileges, and then they can take it or leave it. But I'm
I
not
see.
writing it. They write it. And then I tell them what I don't like, and then they write it again.
DF and
We'll do
GF are
that
crossing,
until-
and put call premiums are dropping, and if
Oh my! Are we going into this?
Like,
if
net
the
premiums
community
dropping?
retrograde- Who was asking what?
I'm trying to follow this question.
Are they're asking, it sounds like if Mercury's in retrograde and everything is doing this and that and the other thing.
We already figured out that there was no correlation between Mercury being in retrograde and GME, okay? Extensively.
Nope, the jury's still out, all right? The data
No.
set is not large enough. We need more data.
I'll give you $50 to say Grackle 50 times to start the show. You know, if you give Dork $50, he'll actually do that.
I'll just do it until I get muted.
All you're
by,
telling me
by Ron.
is how little you value $50, which means that we're not charging enough for Gammastrike.
He's in the beta.
I know. God, what a great deal.
You gotta talk about CP up, down, PP up, down, and PCR.
What does that mean? That's
He's
that right
talking
there.
Call
that-
premium,
premium, premium,
Call premium,
and-
put premium, put car ratio.
There's like 17 permutations of that, or 9
Yeah.
permutations to go over for that question.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you want to know, are people buying calls in the money or out of the money? Are they selling calls in the money or out of the money? Are they
When are
buying
we
puts in
getting
the money or out of the money?
color
Are they selling
charts?
them in the money or out
You
of
have
the money?
charm. What do you want color for?
Color?
Oh my god, why are we on about color again? No.
Oh,
Who asked about color?
Templar. He's over in the YouTube. He's not in here with us.
Yeah, Templar's a little fucking troll who wants color so badly, but if you're using color, like, you're trading like 30 STEs, and you're trying
If you're using
to, like, short
color,
them.
you are trading a fantasy world. Like,
Yeah,
it's just not
pretty much.
relevant. It's not relevant to a retail trader. Like, unless you have massive positions and
We're
I
just
just can't
insanely
imagine
over
a world.
leveraged and like naked short positions.
Yeah, we're trying to shield you guys a little bit from data overload. I mean, we're already
skirting it.
we're already getting to the point where it's like something's got to go for us to add something else. So
No,
Yeah, we got a
not even
lot.
close. There's so much shit we
I
can
know.
do.
Well, I mean, in terms of like options, there's. I guess what I'm trying to say is the implementation has to be spot on, because
Yeah.
if there's any duplication of data or data that naturally goes with some other data and they're just not blended well, like there's just the path forward from here becomes harder because it's all about complementary visualization and interactivity and less about just like more charts. Because it's easy to do more charts. It's hard to do. How do we display the data in a way that isn't overwhelming and actually complements the existing data? And not to talk my own book up a little bit, but the fact that we've got two of my pet projects, fingers crossed, somewhat greenlit at this point, makes me really excited.
Well, they're greenlit until I get to play with them, make money with them, and then go, these are too valuable to give away.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Or he says they suck and they're wrong because I made them.
That's only if I
No,
lose
the
money
great
on the
thing-
dork.
The great thing about all of these competing services that have been popping up is they've been dropping a lot of their data online, and it is very helpful to me to spec my own
Oh yeah,
models.
it's nice.
Which has given me some renewed confidence recently that we're onto something pretty nice.
Yeah.
Rivian has hit the top of its gamma curve.
Yeah, it looks like
Oh.
not much room unless more positioning rolls in. So,
Yeah, I mean, this could be a moment to hedge downside.
I've seen like
or
5 Rivians in my life, and I've seen probably 50 Cybertrucks. So
Yep, you hear to hear first, folks. Anic data. Let's go.
they glued the fucking Cybertruck together. There's more of those on the street than Rivians. Also,
Love it.
Ford just killed their EV truck. Like everybody else is. Yeah. This is the EV industry in the U.S. is not a bullish long-term thing. So if
Listen,
you're-
I
if you're just
have
making
an
a
electric
trade-
vehicle. They suck. All of you guys
If
that
you're
had
just-
electric vehicles and you were like, yeah, Gherkin, you should totally get one of those. Fuck you.
Well, how big is it?
You
Is
know
it
who
an
you
SUV?
are. Go fuck yourself. Doesn't matter what size it is. Let me explain how electric vehicle works. You drive it for a bit, and then you sit in a parking lot for 35 minutes, hopefully, and charge it again.
Oh,
And
yeah,
then
the
you do
charging,
this
Yeah.
every time you would put well, you do it twice as often as you would put gas in a normal fucking car.
Do you
Which
not
takes-
just like charge it at night?
No,
Why?
I don't have that option.
You don't have that in your build. You don't have a couple chargers in your building.
No.
Hmm. Find a new god.
Did you drive your electric car in winter weather? Like once. Dog shit.
I don't understand why it should be dog shit. Like
It's so
the
bad.
actual drivetrain should be fantastic. Like actually,
Oh, it's quick. Like it's quick and it doesn't make any noise. But yeah, the amount of time, I mean, I don't know. I guess maybe if you don't do anything else with your time, then they're great. Like if you want to spend your
Yeah, I mean
time
the charging has always been an
charging
issue,
a
right?
vehicle.
Because it's a like that's a battery issue, but like the actual drivetrain itself is vastly superior to gas in every way.
because it has no like
um,
it has like no almost no moving parts, or at least most of them are pretty much frictionless.
Well, yeah, I
For
mean,
the
it's a
motor.
very different friction environment. It's actually an interesting area of research and development.
Okay, I need to
But,
stop you here before
um,
you start talking about it at length in a monotone.
I'm always monotone.
You know what you're about to do.
I know. My wife knows it too. She could probably feel it from bed. She's
I
already in
can. I
bed.
can feel it.
She
I'm
can
not
probably feel
married to
it.
you.
She's probably now dreaming about it and seething about listening to another one of my lectures, but that's what I do for a living. I
I
get
know.
paid to do this.
I kind of do too, but in a really vastly different way. It's like a combination of lecture
The
shaming.
difference between you and me is I have to show up at 8 a.m. whether I
Yeah.
want to or not.
Yeah, I don't have to do that shit. But you're employed for life.
I have like a 2-year buffer.
Oh, okay.
They'll have to really want to get rid of me, but they can get rid of me. Like if I
Do you think a major university would ever honeypot a professor?
honeypot,
Well, like say
I
if you'll
mean,
bang a student.
Well, so we had this theory that
I think students will.
one of our tenured math professors got honeypotted in order to get rid of him because he was saying like some kind of incendiary shit on the internet that he just found. And
This is why I'm anonymous on the internet.
and then after like 30 years of being at our university, all of a sudden he started having a relationship with a student. That
Ooh,
student
yeah.
was the cousin of one of the board of directors that was actively trying to get rid of this guy forever. Is that Ken Griffin?
First
Yes.
question. What the fuck? As somebody who has 3 kids and who has wiped so many asses and dealt with so many children and their children things, the last thing I would ever want to do is like jump down to that. Like they just, I don't know. We're so different, such different places in life and what's important. It's like they're babies.
Yeah.
They're college students too, which means they're
No,
not exactly.
That's the thing. It's
sound
like I don't
body
know
and
if it's like
mind.
this has nothing to do with the data platform. I don't know if it's like the movies, like having like 30-year-olds play high schoolers or something, but like actual college students look like babies. Like they don't look like adults. They look
That's
like
because
children.
everybody just thinks of TV, and yeah, they're all
Right.
35-year-old
That's
actors.
that's like my working thesis. Is that it's just like the like all the high schoolers on TV are 30 years old. But yeah, I don't get it. Like
Well, he
don't need
either got
I don't need another
honeypotted
person to take care of.
or left his wife for a teacher's assistant who was getting her PhD.
Yeah, this I actually my graduate school that happened in my department.
One of the other professors, I assume.
Yeah, not the one I was working for.
Uh,
But it was another professor had a relationship with their postdoc.
oh, that's bad.
Had a baby.
That's worse.
Yeah.
You think that's bad?
Dork, are you
got
high
rewarded
right now?
by getting
No, I'm not. I'm just shit posting because you guys are yapping. But I mean, if you think that's bad, I had a math teacher. Notice how I didn't say professor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you're talking about high school.
school.
Who
Because
ended
Dork
up,
didn't go to college.
making a baby with a former student.
Former student? How former?
Yeah.
She was a little fresh out of high school.
Mm.
Okay. Were we talking 40 or 30 for the
We're
dude?
talking, and you're pretty high up there. You're off by about 28%.
So like 25?
Lower than that.
No. I'm saying the teacher.
Oh, the teacher was like, when this happened, he was up there in his mid 40s at least.
Yeah, the power dynamic just isn't very. It doesn't make sense to me. It's not very. I don't get it.
And he was also
Anyway.
doing some other shisty stuff with actual high school students.
Cool.
I just want to say something about the meme you posted. I don't fucking like boats.
We all know what you don't like. You could ask us and we'll list it for you.
Good. I'm glad everyone remembers. It's important.
I've got so many good shit posts. I miss Big Spoon. Like this one of Larry Fink.
Speaking of
Hot lettuce, oceans. Yeah, hot lettuce is just, I mean, that's universal. No one's eating fucking hot lettuce and being like, oh, yum, just what I wanted. Wilted iceberg
what
lettuce
about,
covered
like,
in
hot
sauce.
cabbage though.
That's that's a cabbage. It's heartier.
Okay.
I'm talking about
agree.
lettuce. Lettuce is it's fucking disgusting.
Like iceberg. You're
Yes.
talking about just like
Yeah.
straight up iceberg.
Like have you like gone
Not
to
even
like
rain?
fine cut.
this was like it's like a thing they do in like shitty Mexican restaurants where they'll just like they'll make your plate of food and then they'll like and it's hot as fuck, you know, it's like beans and cheese and it's melted, and then they just
Yep.
they just take like a handful of iceberg lettuce and throw it on top of your meal and ruin the whole fucking thing. You can't even extract the fucking lettuce from like the goopy
channel
cheese and bean shit and motherfuckers. And
need
you
to
tell them
channel your
no fucking
inner-
lettuce, and they do it anyway.
You need to channel. Well, you're speaking in English. That's probably your problem. But you need to channel your inner hog and eat your slop. It's best if you eat it fast and just focus on the main flavors. Actually, you don't even really have to chew very much. Anyway,
What are you cutting, Willie?
what's up, Willie?
I'm chopping some white onion here to go with my roast chicken. Press a little garlic. Mix it up with a little seasoning. Put it in some white corn tortillas that are lightly oiled, and I'm going to bake them in the oven until they're crispy. Oh, and some cotija cheese.
The gamma curve doesn't
There you
have a timeline. It's the whole chain. It's all expirations. All currently
Yeah.
open options on the chain.
Is my chopping too loud? I think
No,
it's just
no,
talking
you're
about
fine.
You're
food,
good.
I can
You're
Actually,
fine.
Actually, if you could scrape the cutting board a bit more. Thank
Yeah,
you.
Drag that blade right across the wood.
the little UHMW, cutting sheet thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's actually not wood. I could tell just from the sound of that that's plastic.
This
I know
is the
sound
wood
of
right here.
plastic.
That's the
There
wood.
you go.
That's the UHMW.
Yeah.
Are you scraping that with your Cutco knife?
It is a 30-year-old Hinkles. It was given to me a long time ago that I love.
Nice.
I have some Hankels. They're nice.
It's like an
I
old.
have a Hankels that I've run through the dishwasher like 50 times because I'm a piece of
You
shit.
heathen.
And
Why would you?
You,
Why?
you are banished.
Why are you the way you are, Jay Fresh? That's terrible. That is the worst thing I've heard all night.
I also every holiday that I cook, I cut one of my fingers really bad. And
Haven't
did
you
that.
watched the Anthony Bourdain video about how to cut a fucking? Come on.
Jfresh
I
Jfresh this entire time thought in order to get my equity stake out of me, he had to hit me in the back of the head with a hammer. But he could literally just come to my house, take all my Japanese knives, put them in my dishwasher, and immediately cause a full-blown aneurysm.
Man found dead
I
in
don't-
kitchen. in
I
New York
actually
City
just
today.
don't even use the Hankels
Knives and
anymore
dishwashers
because
involved.
it's so
Investigation
dull.
ongoing. That's pretty funny.
Jay Fresh, if I hear that you put a knife in the dishwasher again, I'm gonna go to your house. I'm gonna burn down your pool.
No, you want even worse? I know Ryan will hate me too. I cut most things that need to be cut finely with a steak knife.
Oh my
with
God.
with like a serrated. Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, how do you live with yourself?
I
How do you
mean, I look
sleep at
just
night?
fine. You can cut an onion with a steak knife just fine.
He does put
No wonder you
creamer.
cut your finger off every holiday.
He puts fucking non-dairy creamer in espresso. It's not even
No,
dairy
it's
creamer.
not non-dairy creamer. It is dairy. Is flavored dairy creamer.
Why would you do that? You came to me and asked for an espresso machine that would make good espresso, and then you
And it makes great espresso.
fucking ruin it with
And then I
your
make it better.
with your fucking Starbucks calorie additives.
It's not Starbucks.
I'm so lazy right now. Garlic or jarlic? Fuck. I'll use some garlic.
Garlic every day.
I actually do kind of have a question. I've been paying more attention to the time series at the bottom with put call ratio and all of that, and how it relates to the slider up top for 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute. Does that series, like, if you set it to 5 minutes, how is it accumulating off the last 5 minutes? Is it like the previous 5 minutes finishes and
Minute
kind of
six.
where it's completed
Minutes-
and then builds off that? Or
Minute
how does it
6
accumulate?
gets rid of minute 1.
Oh, it's a
we-
rolling window.
Yes.
Yeah, so yes, it's a rolling window.
You know
and we
why,
fill
Willie?
it-
Because I'm a fucking genius. That's why.
You're-
It's a rolling.
It was my
You
idea.
didn't invent
Okay.
the rolling window, Gherk. That's
I
not-
know, but I implemented it.
That change. Is that?
yeah,
Am
so
I saying that?
the way it
correctly?
works
It's-
is, yeah, it's a rolling window. So on minute 6, the first minute falls off, and then we start filling the 6th minute in 10-second increments.
Oh wow. Okay. So that refreshes every 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Starts well. So for it's never short of a minute there. There's because it rolls that way. It's always a minimum of 5 minutes. Well, no, you would drop to
Why-
4 minutes, and then you'd get 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, 40 seconds, 50 seconds, 60 seconds. I'm just
Yeah.
curious. That's not really pertinent.
You
to
talk about the
trading.
bucketing thing, the bucketing
Yes,
system.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah. We roll off the prior minute of the bucket and
Sure.
roll in the new
But-
one.
But on the progression of the line, it's sort of like that when that minute closes, it's pinned there on that line, like historically for good.
Yeah.
And you're not like resetting to 0 in there anywhere. It's continuing to roll. Okay. That
Yep.
gives me an entirely new mental picture of how that works.
It's
I'm glad I
it's
asked
the
that.
way that it's supposed to be. Like it's more intuitive that way than. Otherwise, you just see for like the premiums. If we set it to 5 minute, you just see a fucking line that goes up and then goes back down after 5 minutes, right?
Sure.
We literally
we
had a
argued about
5-hour
this so
argument.
much.
We had a 5-hour argument about this where we almost just all decided to dissolve the company because of irreconcilable differences.
Oh my god.
And I
So-
secretly resolved it.
So
with
we
you.
nailed it
good.
down.
Yeah. I knew exactly what everybody wanted, but we were all just verbalizing it terribly. It was one of those things.
I feel like I verbalized it perfectly. And
did,
Let's
and
all
I-
say the
you-
same
That's the
thing, but say it
problem. We
differently.
all feel very highly about ourselves in the way that we
Yeah.
present things.
I knew what Gherk wanted, and so I just told Nuke, do this, and then it was what Gherk wanted, and I was like, thank the fucking Lord. I was about to jump off a bridge.
it was just 6 hours. It wasn't a big deal.
So
Yeah, but
everybody's
by the end
saying
of it, we
same
were all,
thing,
like,
but
wanting to
absolutely
walk away.
convinced They're saying it differently.
JFresh only threatened to quit like twice. It's not even as bad as most things.
That's true. At least he didn't have trades out on it.
Yeah.
So I just had a whole brain melting discussion with a young person in my industry over inverse square law, and had to take a freaking break after that.
I swear to God, are you an audio guy?
He is.
I have
he's-
multiple angles into the production industry.
Okay.
I heard you shit all over my main career earlier. I was a little butthurt by that, but I'll get over it.
No, I didn't shit on it. I'm just saying
Oh, you
that all
shit on
lighting
it
designers
hard,
are
dude.
crazy. They're
you
crazy.
waited until the diarrhea built up to shit on it.
Dude, all I'm saying is all lighting designers I know and I have met who are worth a shit and really good at what they do are fucking nuts. That's
Well,
all.
it sounds like you've met like 3 of them.
I've met touring lighting designers for several, but it's fairly close. It's like 5 or
Well,
6 that are like
Our
worth a shit
paths
and
should
not
have
just
crossed,
hanging
then,
out.
Yes. Our paths may have crossed. We just don't know it.
Maybe, yeah, but the one I met who was really, really good was actually the lighting designer for Styx back in 2014.
Well, he's just gonna be like, that was me.
insane. No, it was a lady, and
Yeah.
she was off her rocker, but she was so good. It was crazy.
Who was doing them in 2014? Was that Candace?
I don't know. She had curly hair. She was nuts.
Huh. Well, like I
If
said,
you know
I
that
I'm
my
sure
name
she
is
had
saying
other
anything nice about
personality
you, I'm sure you
traits besides nuts, Dork.
Look, if he knows her by name, then that means he's pretty high up in the industry.
Well, I'm just guessing if that's who I think it was, but
Okay, so I'm gonna say a company name, okay?
Mm.
And I don't expect any response from you, but Claire Brothers. That's all.
Okay.
Yep, that's it.
JFresh, are you putting yogurt in your fucking coffee?
No, it's creamer.
Yogurt and coffee?
Why is it made by Chobani?
Because they make creamer.
Do you know what milk is? Are you lactose intolerant?
No.
Well, sometime offline, Dork, we should chat because I bet we have a bunch of friends in common.
At this day and age, maybe not, but maybe.
It says made with real cream on the bottle.
What the
and
fuck
it's
is with all
delicious.
of you guys with like 50 children and cream?
Cream always rises to the top.
Well, if anyone else has, by all means, I'm enjoying hanging out with you while I cook. But I have that was the only thing that was on my mind today.
Willie, we're gonna
that's
make
fucking work.
we're gonna make more things that are gonna make you happier. You quit all the other services.
I can't wait. You got any hints? You got any previews? You got any teasers? Any tastes? Anything?
All I'm gonna say is you're gonna fucking love it
Yeah.
Break
if
any
I get
news
to
right
if
now?
I get to
What?
give it to you. But you will love it more than anybody else if I give it to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm literally making this for you,
Oh, are you? Woo!
and you
Now I'm
will
getting all-
you
now
will
I'm getting
be
all fuzzy
one
feeling.
service forever, no matter what. Nitu, you're on. You had. It's a good idea, Nitu. It's a long list. This
What's
is
he
one
what's
of
he
my
trying to get
passion
us to make?
projects. He's a thing that you poo-pooed a while ago.
Okay.
He's already tried to like create a wedge between us.
How dare he?
He's trying to. Yeah.
He's such a sneaky
there's-
fuck. Goddamn,
there's some
cybersecurity people are always like
serious-
this.
Subterfuge. Yeah. See, this is my and Jay Fresh's thing. He's trying to like.
I know what he's doing.
Yeah.
He doesn't understand
I
our
do too.
bond.
Yeah. You.
I just
you
want to
can't.
share with you the satisfying sound of my sizzling taco filling.
Oh, shit. I heard it. In a second.
If only you could smell the smell in here. Oh.
Mm. That's what I tell my wife when I hotbox her.
If only you could smell this smell, honey. This is gonna be good. Yeah. Well, I'm super excited to hear that all my obtuse or
No promises though.
suggestions
It's
are
gonna get
coming.
nixed in the final hour, and I'm gonna be pissed
Right.
off. But
Dork will remind everybody I'm associatively nuts, and they won't do it.
Look, bro, I didn't say you specifically. All I said was all the lighting designers I know who are
Oh,
really
like
good
4 of them.
are nuts.
everybody's kind of.
How'd I do on the pedals? How'd I do? You never told me how I did on your pedals.
Oh, you did really good. I posted a full front.
I never
full
saw a
frontal of 'em.
reply.
No,
Just
yeah,
have
you
to look
nailed
for
it. You got 4 of them correct.
Was that
and
a
I posted
chorus?
full
That,
frontal.
or was the top one the compressor, or was that what was it? I haven't seen your reply.
So the red one was the compressor. The light blue guy's a chorus. I got a tube screamer, and then I have a chromatic tumor. You nailed the crybaby. I got an analog delay, a fuzz pedal, and 3 distortions. One of which is a tube screamer. I think I may have mentioned that.
Okay, yeah, the knobs on the MXR was a giveaway, but I couldn't remember.
Yeah,
which
yeah,
pedal
that
was.
one's the Dynacomp. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. Because I have
yeah.
I have a compression sustainer that's white.
Ah,
It's one of the early ones from back in the day.
this one's some 50-year-old dude at the guitar shop where I used to live. He was
Right.
like, "You should get this," and I was like,
It's
"Okay."
always confusing when you see the other ones and they're like, "No, that's not it. That's white. That's not that." No, actually.
Well, I'll send you the pic of the full frontal so you could look at my signal chain. And by the way, that pedal board is made out of plywood and stapled on doormat and Velcro and staples
all the best ones. All the
and
best
soldered
ones are
together
homemade.
power cables.
Best ones I've ever seen are homemade by somebody's guitar tech.
The horribly undersupplied fuzz pedal.
All right,
is
this needs
insane.
to stop. I don't want to hear about any fucking. No.
I'm going full frontal in my DMs with Willie right now, guys.
Yeah, that's fine.
Does
You guys
anybody
go
have,
nuts.
Someday I'll
questions
tell
about
you the story
platform?
of overnight accidentally dumping, unbeknownst to all of us, about 2 gallons of fog machine fluid on
Jesus
Carlos
Christ.
Alomar's pedal board before opening night of a tour. On
Oh,
a
you
David Bowie
shithead.
tour. I've never seen a guitar tech like literally lift off the ground. He was so angry when he came in the next morning.
He's like, "Why does it smell like vape in here?" Oh my god!
A smoke machine's heater coil had died during overnight programming, and it was just spitting out gallons of fluid all night long.
Oh my god.
It was a 2-gallon bucket dumped on Alamar's pedal board.
Jesus Christ, what a mess.
It's like, sorry.
I hope you had another one of those sitting around.
Well, see, that's the thing. The dude had a fucking duplicate one.
You gotta have.
None
a
of this-
You gotta have.
None of
two,
this is
right?
about the
100%
options markets.
duplicate.
Yeah,
Yes, it
yeah.
is, Dirk.
Let's do.
Yeah, okay. I'm just cooking and bullshitting now. So yeah, sure. Somebody
You're
else
just making
asked
me
for it.
hungry, making me listen to your sizzle. Your sizzle's crisp, all right. What do you want me to tell you?
Put a little crisp on the filling. The tortillas are ready. This is going great. Going well.
Can we
All right,
chant
Willie,
for
Willie,
Carvana to
Bob,
go down? That's not how that works.
Okay, I'm actually.
You're
gonna
always-
DM you.
you're-
'Cause these guys are mad at me.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You should DM him and start an LLC and just go ham and just change the world. But you do that on your own time.
Yeah, maybe I'll get a job touring for Beyonce with this asshole.
All right, so everybody understands the service. Nobody has any
Yeah.
complaints. Ooh, can we do complaints? What's the thing that you don't like? Nobody ever
Yeah.
tells us what they don't like. Not when Willie's told us what he doesn't like. We know what he doesn't like.
Constructively.
Yeah, no, very constructively,
Thank you.
Constructively too.
and it's
Be mean.
and it's effective. It's valuable information, but that we need more. We need fewer. It's great to get like positive affirmations, but trial by fire.
Don't be afraid to be
I'll
mean.
Sharpens steel.
I will say it, one thing I learned from a very important software engineer in my business, and you guys could benefit from this too. Sometimes and he said, sometimes it's a platform problem. Sometimes it's a training problem.
I
And-
think with our platform, that's a lot of it is training, because it's a very
Exactly,
because
yeah.
we're distilling things that are complex into simpler things, and people want to understand the simple thing, but to understand the simple thing, right, you have to have at least a cursory knowledge of the more complicated thing that everyone else likes to show. And so, but then
And-
like ultimately it's very simple, right? That's really what we're trying to nail down with everybody, is how simple a lot of this really is.
And training problems are responsible for a lot of very unproductive software creep.
Oh fuck yeah, absolutely. No, it's so true. So yeah, it's definitely, it comes down to, that's why we do these, is to try to help people understand the lower level stuff, because the high level stuff we offer is really fucking good and makes it so you don't need the lower level stuff as much, because
But
now
at
you're
the
just
same time,
all
we're not teaching
aggregated.
you guys calculus.
Yeah, we're not going to do
differential
that.
equations.
You could do that from the docs if you want.
Hold
That's
on.
right.
The whole purpose
I
of
put
these.
them in there for completeness. I don't expect anybody
much-
who's actually reading the docs to.
As
do it,
much as
but
I like to
there-
reference the docs, I think we need to also remember that like the purpose of the roundtable is the assumption that someone has probably read the docs and not understood them.
Yeah, no, and that's fine too. But that's a very different. There's a few people that come here and say, well, maybe now, like there were people earlier on when the docs were written who were like, hey, I didn't understand this part. But now I mean, if someone came to me and said, I read this sentence or this paragraph in the docs and I didn't get it, I'll spend the next like 3 weeks of my life, like it'll be my mission from God to find a way to explain it to you in a way that you get.
That's the professor in you.
Yeah, no, it is. Because I've taught enough like blank faces. I already know like halfway through an explanation when I'm not landing, just from the feedback I get from faces, because they'll never tell you. They don't want to admit they don't understand because they think it's their fault. No, it's my fault. I failed you because I didn't explain it well enough. So that's very important to keep in mind. Like the onus is on us, not on you. At some point, it will be on you.
Twinal Chemist said, I read the first page, then got distracted and got a membership. I wish all customers were like that.
Yeah, that sounds great. You just do that.
I hope to
there were a
learn how
couple
to use it
there
before
were a couple
expiration.
good-
All right.
There were a
Ambitious.
couple good comments though. Lit Spaceman said we need horizontal lines on the IV chart on RTD. Like
Okay.
when you say horizontal lines, you want to write your own. You want to draw lines.
I think he means like maybe the low and high, or like
Oh, on the IV chart.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. I see what you're saying. You need to be.
Those are tricky on that
yes.
chart.
I'm very well aware that chart needs some love to make it more functional, because right now it requires a lot of diligence in spatially keeping track of what's high, what's low. That is a point well made. I can't resize
horizontal
the
lines are
CMOS.
very weird. The resizing of the charts, like the ability to pop them out, is actually supposed to be part of their functionality. We just don't have it implemented yet.
Yeah,
but
that's in the pipeline.
That's yeah, it's like a quality of life thing that's being added. But you should be able to click them and get like you're gonna get like a pop out with like a full screen of the whatever chart you're looking at.
I will say, okay, so I will say complaining about GS sucks on iPad. I will add that it also sucks on the iPhone. And I have the same, I love like just popping open my phone and going to RTD. And the first thing that I want to do every single time is double finger to scale the x-axis. And I can't do it. And I literally spent like 7 minutes today trying to do it on my phone before I just decided that it's not possible for some reason. But yeah, I feel your pain. It is also on the list as a quality of life. But yeah, it is designed for desktop first. Unfortunately, we are trying to at least make it usable on other platforms, and it's
getting a lot better, but it's got a ways to go.
I want to say good things about our devs who aren't here to defend themselves. The mobile experience, given that we have not given them the time or the resources really to focus on mobile, that they have gone out of their way to, in addition to the actual requirements we've given them for desktop, have also tried to make it much more usable on mobile. I think they've made a lot of good progress there. Obviously, we have to keep going, but yeah, I feel your pain, poor blower. I literally felt it today for 7 minutes. Need to. Some of us already know DiffyQ and Calc. Yeah, but do you really know it? Do you feel it in your blood?
Yeah, can you calculate the price of options in your head?
No. I don't want to say nobody can do it. There's probably a couple people. There's probably a couple people in the world that have.
I'm pretty sure you tested me on this once.
I don't know. There's people out there that know every single fucking zip code in the U.S.
I'm not gonna lie. I cheat. I don't calculate the actual price of the option. I just make an estimation.
Cheats. Cheating is okay. Cheating is efficient. Just sometimes it's short-term efficiency at the expense of long-term returns. You don't want that to happen, but cheating and laziness are just negative terms for efficiency.
Yeah.
Share your cheat codes. We actually have like a good time to watch. Yeah, so I told you I stream the live data on YouTube every day. I almost don't know what to ask yet. That's fine. You'll get there. Don't worry. How do I use this to make money? Well, there's a lot of ways to use it to make money. I mean, the thing it's probably going to initially help with, depending on your level of understanding, which I'm assuming is fairly basic, is risk management. and understanding how Gamma, especially how Gamma intraday can help you manage risk around support and resistance levels is probably the most basic step of using the platform. Because you're just like, all you really have to think is like, ooh, big pile, be careful. And then, you know, obviously it goes, there's a lot more to it from there, but that's probably the most basic step I think anyone learns when first using this.
Yeah, and I think I'll just say this. There is a steep learning curve to get into like just trading options as your primary trading strategy. And I would not recommend that anybody start there. The best way to start getting into options is build strength in your portfolio of stocks and then think about how can I use options to give myself an edge on my stock positions. That's a much better and healthier entry point for people than just I'm going to go and start buying options and making, you know, fucking 400% a day.
So what he's saying is get a bunch of payday loans and use them on options that expire in 5 minutes. That'll go straight to
But you
zero.
just, I mean, you think about like, I have a bunch of this stock and I don't want to sell it. I have tax implications. I don't want to actively manage it, you know, in terms of like, you know, actually trying to find highs and lows. But, you know, it's gone up. You know, I've owned it for a while. It's gone up a fair amount and I want to start generating income off of it. Maybe it doesn't have very high dividends.
Yeah, he just said that's
you could-
exactly where he's at.
Yeah, you could start selling covered calls, and our platform can help you do that. It can help you find places where you're more likely to get a little bit of extra edge on your covered call strategy by selling high and letting it ride down from there, right? Versus if you sell low and get assigned, then you have to start, then you got to get into, then everybody then goes to like, well, I'll just wheel it, right? And then you're just kind of on your back foot and trying to recover from that. But you know, but that's what I would suggest if people are overwhelmed. Definitely the first thing you do is not start fucking trading zero DTs. That's insane. Just think about start slow, start from your base of success and build it slowly so that if you make a mistake, it is a mistake that is not catastrophic and that you can correct. Why is everybody completely silent? Did
What? Oh, are you done?
No, you were nailing it. I was.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you still had more to go. Sometimes you do dramatic pauses, and I'm just letting you dramatic pause.
Right,
You want
but
me to
that was
say
a
stuff?
long dramatic pause. That means I'm done.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. You should do like a fart noise at the end of your monologues. There we go. No, yeah. JFresh nailed it. That's really like we built Gammastrike. We didn't build it for DGen YOLOs necessarily. We built it for people who have portfolios that they care about, and they want to use this as a tool to help understand and mitigate their risk. And not only that, but perhaps try to identify opportunities to add extra income to their portfolio or extra, performance on the margins. Like it's not. It's yeah. That was how we designed this whole thing.
Holy shit! It's Peeler.
What?
Peeler's over on the YouTube. Peeler was like the third person who ever watched the stream.
Well, shit.
What's up, Peeler? All right. Sorry.
Wait, did you
said
just
it.
post that GIF while I was talking? You son of a bitch.
What? What? I don't know what you're talking about. What's a GIF?
Nobody knows.
It's the
Are we
peanut
getting
butter
back-
in my cabinet.
Oh, okay. I actually posted it while JFresh was talking.
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes me feel slightly better. Maybe. I don't know. Does that make sense though? Yeah. So Twin Alchemist. Well, what might help is during the day too. If it's a boring day and Gherk's not.
Oh,
really,
need
he's just
to
sitting there
hold on.
bullshitting.
The last word of your sentence. I think your dyslexia caught up with you.
Fuck you, Gherk.
Is Liz Dexia up caught with him?
So okay, hold on. Twin Alchemist. When you say getting calls with shares,
I
and
figured
you
he
got
meant selling
stopped
calls.
out of shares. Are you selling the calls and you got stopped out of the shares, which means that you had a stop loss on the shares while you had
Oh,
calls sold?
shit.
Don't do that.
Yeah. Don't do that.
What broker are you using? A lot of
how'd your
brokers
broker
won't
let
even
you do
let
that?
you do that.
We're
What level of
contacting you
options do
about
you?
your $467,000 in margin debt.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what
he must be level
level? What
3.
level of options?
How would you
do
like to
have?
settle that up,
Don't
sir?
get a level higher than you understand.
You were able to do that without margin, dude? Your brokerage fucked up then if they let you do
Yeah,
that.
they shouldn't.
What?
You're
What is your brokerage?
They should have the moment you stopped out of the shares, they should have fucking just dumped you out of that short call
Yeah.
too, like the same instant, if
Yeah.
anything. But usually they don't even let you open that.
Question is, was it TOS? Because they're notorious for letting that shit float for a day.
Oh Jesus, that's terrifying. How do I sign up?
Guys, just so you know, if Nitu tries to get information out of you and you can't resist his counterintelligence tactics, just tell him everything, but write it all as a single run-on sentence with no spaces.
Okay.
Okay.
I was gonna do it without any space. Yeah. And I was also gonna repeat a lot of letters too.
Yeah, no, that's even better. Misspell things as well.
Yeah.
I was just gonna lie to him.
Oh, okay.
That works too.
Yeah, you could do that.
Because he makes fun of how I like my coffee, and as a man,
Okay, hold up. He has
feels-
every fucking right to make fun of you for putting Chobani creamer in your espresso.
here's the thing: as a man, I drink what I like. There's nothing manlier than that.
Exactly.
You can't refute it. in
What?
any-
I wasn't
like,
agreeing
there's
with
no-
you. Let's check the chat. I can. It's Chobani creamer
Right.
in your espresso. So you're taking something
Correct.
refined over hundreds of years, and you're shitting on it.
My golden retriever loves shit. I can't get him. He can't get enough of it.
it's an affront.
Okay, hold on. Let's. Okay, so got shares. Purchase calls with the shares, so they're bought calls. So that stops on the shares and got stopped out of most of the shares from most of my positions. Broker recommended not to set any stops on options. What? Why would you not set it? Okay, so still have.
Is your broker in a strip
calls.
mall?
And they are starting to come back up. So I wanted to know when to exit. So that's why I got to make. At this point, you should exit. If you can get back to 0, just get the fuck out of whatever you're in, because it makes no
That sounds
sense
like a
to me at
mess.
all.
I think he's long Rivian with Jan 16 calls, and they're in the money, and Rivian is above its gamma max, but positioning's building on the chain. It ran
But
really
you don't
hard
purchase
today.
calls with shares unless he sold the shares to buy the calls.
Yeah, I mean,
No, he got
yeah,
shares and then purchased calls alongside them.
Okay.
So
with the
But it,
he's leveraged long.
yeah,
Okay.
but he sold the unlevered part and kept the levered part.
so he's naked short a call right now.
No, he's not naked. He's long calls.
Oh.
He bought some shares and bought some calls.
Yeah. Okay.
So he went levered long, but then sold the unlevered base. So now he's just like more levered.
Well, he just changed his delta exposure. That's, I mean,
Uh,
if he's
honestly,
up, then I mean,
honestly,
you know.
you're at like the tippy top of Rivian. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
At this
Rivian can
point-
keep going up,
yeah, no, it can. But
but I mean,
if
you
it was
should-
me, I would be thrilled to get out of that at break even.
Yeah.
So at this point, if you don't lose money, you're great. Try to minimize how much money you're going to lose.
Yeah. Rivian's been accumulating a long time. I can see people bidding it up because it's Amazon's Tesla. But
Like, how deep in the money are you?
Are you up or down or what? Where are you at on this?
I think the more
yeah, like
we
this-
know, the worse the
you're up.
advice is
Okay.
getting.
All right. You're up.
Are you deep in the
Alright.
money?
Set a stop.
Yeah,
Set a stop on your calls.
Have some
End of
sort
the
of
story.
protection against downside reversion, because you
Yeah,
don't want to
set a
lose the
stop on
money
your
you
calls.
made. Right? This is rule number 1 of trading: set stops, take
You either have
profits.
two choices: sell the call or exercise it. I mean,
Because if you don't take profits, everybody else in the market will, and you'll hold
Yeah.
their bags. Anytime anything's up, it's a race for the door.
Your
Why is your
sounds- you
broker
need a new
talking to you on a
broker.
personal
Yeah.
level? This is very disturbing.
yeah, it
Yeah.
sounds like you might
Dump
be in
your-
an MLM.
Who is your broker? Tell me their name.
Is it fake Gherkin?
Is it ChatGPT? Is it Claude?
Did you program me into ChatGPT and make a friend?
Is it character AI?
Is it market
Did it tell
related?
you? Did it tell you if you set a stop, you're gonna have to kill yourself? Guys, that was a joke because character AI tells children to kill themselves, and they do, and it's funny.
Wait, what happened?
Character AI.
What's
tells
that?
Children. It's a LLM chatbot. It's like all about fake friends, but it convinces children to kill themselves.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's like a real thing.
Nice.
That's not funny.
No, it's not.
Oh. Or you're doing that you're doing that thing where you're deadpan serious but
Right.
actually being sarcastic?
But actually also being serious
We
because
need to-
the sarcasm
Is
highlights how
high-
insane it is
yes,
that
I
we
see.
allow these things to exist.
We need to work on your social skills.
I don't disagree. Yeah. Yes, stops on everything. If you make money and want to make more, but are afraid of losing what you made, set a stop.
What country are you in where your broker is telling you not to set stops?
It's his brother.
And what
Hey,
broker?
uncle.
Why are they talking to you? Are you worth billions? UBS.
UBS.
Oh, somebody
Does-
got a prime broker? You got a whale in here?
It's not actual. It's not the bank UBS. It's an acronym for Uncle Broker Service.
I think he means the bank. Are
Uncle
you in
Ben's
Europe?
stocks?
Are these CFDs and not options?
This is getting weird. Yeah, I'm. This is like some Mandela effect shit right here. Under a bridge, sketchy.
Honestly, you've already reached my sketch threshold. If you're up, just fucking close the position out and start over.
If they let you.
Are you allowed to close these options legally? Like, will they break your legs?
Are they gonna break your kneecaps if you close these options up? Are they on the other end of this trade? They're like,
Are they
if I
typing for
lose
you right
money-
now?
Suddenly it's like
I'm guessing. Like,
you
I
lose
feel like.
limbs?
Do you have a private client manage? Like,
Is it prop trading or something? What's going on?
no. I mean, it
Something's
sounds.
not
I mean,
right.
realistically, it sounds like a private client account, and you're trading it.
or pretty soon it's like, we are here from your broker. We have discussion with you about margin.
The Russian mob doesn't offer brokerage services.
No, they just offer the margin settlement services.
That's the VIG, Willie.
Yeah, it's not margin, it's vague.
He doesn't have
Boss
margin.
calls say you owe
That's-
money. When you give money to him?
All right. Well, you want stops on your options, and I think your broker might be a fucking idiot.
Yeah, I don't like this. This isn't. Yeah,
especially
it's fine.
especially
You don't need
options that
margin. You're
expire in
long.
like 30 days.
You don't need margin to be long only if you have the cash to if you just use cash to buy it. That's fine. That's not the issue. The issue is like why your broker is telling you not to set stops. Like, is it hard to
Volatility is too high to
manage-
set a stop. What
You've
the
got to
fuck kind of
be
shit-
able. You've got to be able to manage your positions due to volatility.
Okay.
Huh?
Set a stop on shares.
Yeah.
I might have to end this. I've got
This is just
I got a lot
weird.
of shit going on right now that's more important.
Yeah, I don't like this. Given the information I know, I would just close it out and find a new broker.
This sounds sketchy as fuck. If they're just doing that shit and yeah. it's just-
So he has shares on Rivian, he has calls. His broker told him not to set stops on his in the money calls, which is weird. I mean, I guess if you want to own more of the company, then you would exercise those calls, but that would, still not just
It sounds like then
holding,
they'll sell your shares out from under you when there's some volatility on the stock.
holding them open.
Like this just that's all just it's a bunch of weird shit that happened. Like when I use okay, everyone's gonna make fun of me, but I use fucking Active Trader Pro with Fidelity, and they don't do shit. They just let my shit burn. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I've never had a broker like tell me anything. Like, no advice.
Yeah, they just let
ever.
you go. They just have fun.
What's up, Brian?
I've had Fidelity dump me out of in the money spy positions before near end of day.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, it's probably
I've
because you
had-
didn't have margin, and so they'll just sell anything that's
Right.
0 DT. Yeah.
Yeah, come
That's all they do.
215 or so, they review everything. Yeah, they'll just close
That's
you.
all they do is they sell your 0 DTEs if they're not cash settled.
You know what
at
I've
the end
had
of the day.
Fidelity
Yeah.
do?
Yeah.
I've had Fidelity refuse to close an option that was $50 in the money for 2 straight days, and then closed it the second it was out of the money, even though I canceled the order.
I had to. I had to
Jesus.
call for some reason. I don't remember all the details, but
Great racket if you can get it.
This is back when we were all short in a video because we were super smart. But I bought 2 way out of the money calls just in case like the worst happened at earnings, and they went like $20 in the money overnight, and it wouldn't let me close them because it like incorrectly thought I was like it was part of I don't even remember what it didn't make any sense. So I had to
Was
like
it
call them and be
Fidelity?
like, yeah, I had to call
Yeah,
them and be like,
Fidelity-
close this fucking shit right now.
I know exactly what it was. It happened to me. Fidelity automatically constructs spreads out of your positions, and the options desk people can't disconnect them.
Stupid.
Yeah, IBKR does not do that.
I've never had Fidelity do that for me, and I've actually legged into spreads like for like asset backed spreads. I've legged into them, and it doesn't even give a fuck when I do it.
Yeah, no,
And I
like
leg right out of them too.
Oh, I think that's what it was. I think my short position was put spreads.
These are not.
You
These are not
idiot.
like. I mean, you're not. You're not really describing what would be considered trading brokerages. These are not. These are not. None of these
No,
are
not at all.
usually even Fidelity. Yeah, none of these are really considered like a brokerage that you would trade with. To an alchemist. So I would say maybe do some research into some more options-oriented brokerages if you want to trade options, because it sounds like you're dealing with brokerages largely that don't handle these kinds of positions very much. These are more like wealth
Yeah,
management type
it's really
brokerages.
important.
Like the weird European ones, like
Well,
eToro and
like
shit.
Ameriprise and like UBS, these aren't really like this is like having a Vanguard account. Like that's not designed for active trading.
Yeah,
And even
it's really
call
important.
selling is active trading.
It's really important that you get a brokerage that has good execution and good liquidity and not like a lot of weird rules that obviously like there are rules that are put in place to prevent you from doing really stupid shit, and you don't want to do stupid shit, but if you know what you're doing, you don't want rules to take away edge. And that sounds like that's what's happening here, that you're just getting
Shafted.
handcuffed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I honestly, it sounds like I wouldn't want to even own or trade options with whatever brokerage you're using. So if you're up, just fucking get out of it and just find a new trade.
What's gonna
There's a
suck is
million
all the
trades
fees
out
he's gonna
there.
have
I think
to pay.
find a different broker if you want to trade
Well, yeah,
options.
do that too if
Yeah.
you want to trade more options. But this was a trade that you're getting red tape on that thankfully you're not down on. Don't become down on it because you're at Gamma Max. It's
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
No,
it's
no,
fine,
no.
but, like, yeah.
yeah, not criticizing you at all. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no,
I
no,
think
it's
it's
good.
on
Yeah,
me.
get,
You learned a really cheap lesson. Actually, you got paid to learn the lesson, so that's even better. So.
yeah.
Well, it sounds like it. Yeah. If this is the second time that's happened, then I mean, that's a lot. You know, like.
I mean, Carvana's up like
Yeah.
10%, or Rivian's up like 10% today. You can stay long, but just have a backstop. You know, like I don't know about what they're saying, recommending you close positions. It's not a great idea.
I said there's
but
two
having
options.
some kind of backstop in place to ensure that you keep the profits that you've made is a very good idea.
Yep. No one ever went broke making money.
Nope.
I'm gonna jump off
Yeah.
and demolish this.
I'm gonna-
my
I'm gonna
concern,
jump off.
my concern with
Do
this,
it.
but yeah, definitely set stops. But my concern with this is, and you know, maybe you can stick around and talk about, you know, in the Discord about different types of stops. Your stop can be jumped, right? You want to set stops that are going to be guaranteed to hit. So just because you set a stop, it's not a guarantee of, you know, what your minimum return is, because in a discontinuous event, it can get jumped and it could even get skipped completely. So it's not a.
Ask us how we know.
Yeah, we've been hurt before.
Because it's happened to everybody before, yeah.
Yeah, and this comes down to and this is what I was saying about like the one advantage that exercising gets you, depending on fees and whatnot, but the advantage it gets you is you have reduced volatility. Plus you have the option to sell covered calls if you're into it. But I mean, even just with that, right now you have the shares. You still have 100 delta, but you could sell that off all at once or whatever, and the stock market is much more liquid than the options market. So, you know, if you set a stop on shares, it is much more likely not to get gapped over than a stop on options.
The biggest thing with stops, the biggest decision you have to make is stop or stop limit.
Yeah.
If you do a stop limit, that basically says if you hit this number, don't sell it for less than this. And so if
A limit
if
can
the
be
bid
gapped, a
ask-
market stop can't
Yeah,
be. And
if-
Rivian has millions, hundreds of millions in volume a day. You do not need to worry about the liquidity in a market order your spot. Like, you're not going to get like, you're not, unless there's like a halt or something, you're not going to get fucked
Yeah,
out of
I was
like
talking
$1
about
a
I was
share
talking
or
about
anything.
stops on options versus stops on shares.
I
Yeah,
know.
I would say set a stop, not a stop limit.
Yeah.
Obviously, do whatever you want. Just know that the stop limit has that risk of if it jumps, if the bid ask jumps over, like completely over that limit, you just might not trigger. It might say, okay, well, I can't sell it for this much because the ask is too low.
Mm-hmm.
So it just won't hit.
Yep.
But if you say just a stop, it'll say once it hits this price, sell it at market, and you'll get whatever you get. And maybe you'll get like, 50 cents or 100, worst case, like $1 under what you thought you should get. But if you're way up on them, then it's still okay.
Yeah, right. That's yeah.
If you
I
set
don't
a
know.
stop and it gaps down, it will still
Oh.
trigger if it is a stop. Where
Dork.
it's set where if it's a
I
stop
see.
limit,
Japanese
you can get gapped
2-year.
over.
Japanese 10-year is at 2%.
I see it, Gherk. I see it.
It's a 2% dork.
Yeah, I'm getting turgid. All right, I gotta go. I gotta look at something. I gotta go
you guys
check
are-
on some
all right,
hot pockets.
Is it time to goon over Japanese markets? VIX is still down in after hours.
That's fine.
Yeah, Twin. Just final word for Twin here. Just depending on how deep in the money you are, it could make sense to do early exercise, but it's something to consider.
If you want the shares, if you want more
Yeah,
shares,
if you want the shares, and you could leg out
at
of
the
those easy
price
with a
of your
bunch stops or
contract.
whatever. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so you're basically up the same amount.
The Japanese
but
10-year is up 1,000% since March of 2023 when the banks failed.
yeah, it's totally fine, bro.
It's only higher than it was in 2008
It's totally fine.
before
bro.
the carry
Yields are higher
trade.
than they were in 2008. Are they? Maybe.
Before the carry trade actually ripped apart the entire financial infrastructure.
My body's ready.
This is great.
All right, I have to go check on some hot pockets now. I got this handful of Gherkins I got to deal with.
How is this reaction not rolling into the overnight here very, very strongly?
Why would it? Everyone knew about the fucking rate hike like 2 weeks in advance.
But
It would have been.
0.75?
It would have. Well, no, they went up 0.25 from 0.5.
Oh, I thought I read 0.75. Okay,
Oh, no, 0.25.
never mind.
It was
If-
0.75.
If they
You
did
would
point,
be-
yeah, if they did 0.75, fucking ES would be down
be here.
800 points right now.
Yeah. I'd be
Yeah,
jerking off right now.
It's because the leaps on indices want 6,800 plus.
Yeah.
Yeah, but those expire tomorrow morning.
Right.
Yeah,
But not right now.
true.
They still need it to happen now.
They're a little like
Isn't
20.
there-
They're $24 off. And remember, settlement's
know.
different now. They changed morning
Isn't-
settlement.
What?
They changed the settlement, so you can like trade the
That's-
options all night now.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
You know, I have a funny story about that. The first night that was supposedly in effect, just for fun, I went to the AM chain and like, way the hell out of the money where there's like a, $10 option.
Mm-hmm.
Bought it, sold it, was like, oh, that's cool. I guess IBKR really is doing it. But since then, it has not allowed me to do that.
Oh, yeah. They
Nice.
probably
But
just.
they turned it on and then turned it back off again.
Yeah, it's probably only for their preferred customers.
Right. But
Ouch,
it-
Gherk.
for
Fun.
for one cycle there, it worked and then it stopped. So I don't know.
Well,
At least for retail, the Globex trading.
baby farms.
Baby farms.
Baby farms.
Baby farms.
All right. Well,
Stream here, everybody.
I hope we gave you some
answers
Good information.
to the
Think about questions. Please read the docs if you haven't done so.
and always remember that you guys can ask us any dumb shit that you can think of, because we do want to answer those questions. We do want to word them differently for you than they're worded in the docs. We do want you to understand the things that you don't.
Yeah. Straight up.
Yes. I will say the most frustrating thing about being an educator is the lack of feedback from the people I'm begging for feedback from because they're too afraid. Literally, it could be the dumbest question ever. We love it. Like, give it to us.
Yeah.
My
Me
question
too.
never saw
Was your
the light of
question
day.
stupid? We answer more of your questions than anybody's questions.
Me too is really
I don't know.
pissy.
BWatts has a lot of questions too, but BWatts has a lot of great questions too. BWatts comes in here with like the notes and everything.
I didn't have my navigator on. That's why I got lost. Because I was in the Discord doing this while trying to drive.
No, Jen, that's the great thing is stupid questions are fun too. And nobody's going to make fun of you for having a stupid question. We might have fun with it.
Some people will.
Yeah.
Well, we might have fun with it, but we're not going to be like, "Oh, I can't believe that person didn't understand something. That's insane." Right?
You take
No,
that
a
up with
stupid question
Ron.
is like popcorn saying when down.
That's all he knows, all right?
Yeah, but it doesn't make the question less stupid.
I don't appreciate the
Well,
talk
he's not
about
here,
pop.
so we can't speak ill of him. But
Yeah.
his CERN puts will never print.
That's true.
Here's an oldie but a goodie for you. Tesla dead.
Ooh.
Oh, Victor. Rest in peace, Victor.
Actually, Tesla,
Oh.
somebody had me look at Tesla during the stream today, and they were like, this is going to 500, and I think it's going to 460.
Cool.
I'm not going to disagree. I've been looking at Tesla this whole week.
Thinking
I
about
just
how
spent
much you want to short it.
$6,000 on a 10 DTE 460 put.
No, you buy the 0 DTE. Cross your fingers.
Oh, for a nice, cool
No,
$2,000?
tomorrow's going to be an interesting
Day. You know what's going to be
Yeah,
interesting is if SPX opens under 6,800.
All of that out of the money. Whew.
It'd also be interesting if the dollar would drop 10% in a single day.
Well,
God.
okay, now I really have to go check
now
on these
you're
Hot
just
Pockets.
now you're just giving.
I really got to check on these Hot Pockets, guys. It's
We know
Jurgens
what
ain't getting more
we know what
smooth.
hot pockets means, and it's gross.
I'm jumping
Yeah.
off. See you guys later. Thanks. Bye.
We're all jumping off.
Later,
Good
Willie.
night, everyone.
Enjoy your tacos. Doric, enjoy yours.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna enjoy those tacos.
You're so weird.
Oh,
You're so gross. All right.
Thank
see
you all for
tomorrow,
tuning in.
buddy.
See you tomorrow. Yeah.
Wieners.
Wieners.